Ryders for life, yeah. We locking this one in. Listen close. As parents, we're supposed to be rearing our children. Nurture, love, and support, not miskeep, manipulate, or abuse them. You're supposed to be the shield when the cold wind blows, but instead you bring in trauma that nobody else knows. They look up at your face for a safe place to hide, but you tearing down the spirit that they carry inside. Damn, day after day, lost in a maze, watching the crime unfold. Parents and children turning into enemies, the story's untold. Bloodlines getting severed, yeah. The bond is completely broken. Living in a war zone where the truth is never spoken. Walking through the house like you walking on glass, praying that the nightmares would just hurry up and pass. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocent to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Yeah, parents committing the worst sin by doing incest with their children, but we building caskets to put those in, destroying what we building. The absolute betrayal of a pure innocent soul, taking away the pieces that will make a child whole. Instead of building futures, we out here digging graves, spilling all this blood for the secrets that you saved. Lord, please take the wheel in this world where heaven and hell don't exist. Only the now exists, but it sure feels like we're walking through flames in the mist. No cosmic retribution, just the pain that we can touch. Living in a reality that weighs a bit too much. The fire is real and it's burning right now. We gotta face the demons and survive them somehow. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocence to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Finally being told. As I see heaven's playground get full with innocent children who have been abused by those meant to protect, tearing down the pavilion. The ones who swore to guard them are the ones who pulled them down, leaving every angel with a shattered, broken crown. The playground is crowded and the tears falling fast. We gotta speak the real so this generation can last. This ain't just a track, this a wake-up call to the blind, to the sickness that's mutating inside of the family line. You locked them in a room, thought the walls would keep it quiet. Now that trauma's in their blood and it's turning to a riot. You strip the way they body, strip the way they dignity. You pass down a death sentence through the whole genealogy. No more hiding behind the title of a mother or a father. You ain't nothing but a monster leading lambs to the slaughter. We talking about the baby's room before they could even grow. The disgusting, explicit truths that the world's too scared to know. If the system won't expose you, then we tearing down the door. We unleashing every nightmare that you left upon the floor. You thought you got away, thought the secrets would just stay there. Now the blood is on the walls and the fire's burning red. Burn it down, expose it all. The whole foundation break. It's the final reckoning for every single soul you take. Can't hide from it now. Every secret comes to light. Ryders for life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby.
All right, y'all. Before we get this Jones started, all right, let me give a big shout out to the real ones, all right, and a big fuck you to the haters, all right. But most of all, a big shout out to the real ones, those that have been rocking out with Shorty, all right, those that have listened, have how can I say, shared the videos, have been here thick and thin, all right. Those that have seen my journey, those that have seen, my, how can I say, my elevation throughout this journey. I really appreciate all of y'all. All right. Big shout out to my young boy Riaz. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, but shout out to anyone that comes through. Big blessings to those of you watching on Facebook, whether you're on Twitch or here on YouTube. All right, y'all. Let's get this John started because today, woo! All right, we diving into some heavy, necessary, uncomfortable but real conversation. And y'all know me, all right. I don't sugarcoat a damn thing. I'm outspoken. I'm passionate, and when I talk about something, it's because it matters. Staying silent. Listen, staying silent. It don't save nobody. It don't help nobody. Silence is how generational trauma gets passed down like a damn family heirloom. All right. So today we touching, on three topics that hit home, hit society, and hit the family. I mean, hit, how can I say, not the family, hit the internet streets. All right. And if you're sensitive, guy, buckle up because I'm not, watering nothing down. Before I continue with what I'm going to say, I want to ask y'all a question. What's one topic you think people, you know, stay silent about way too often and why? And the first one, I'm going. It's kind of crazy. All right, it kind of involves all of it. I'm gonna say when it involves sexual abuse, especially with boys and men and stuff like that, is a topic that a lot of people don't want to touch on. All right. I think whether it's about boys or girls, it is a heavy touchy topic that I feel as though people are scared to touch. Why? That's one question that I'm still trying to figure out is the why. You see where I'm coming from? These are necessary conversations, especially within families. And when y'all hear, the first topic we're gonna touch on in a minute, y'all gonna see why I say that. All right? Listen, we're gonna do this like this. All right? Let's start off with the first topic. All right? The first topic is about, the daughter who, exposed her father and the mother who didn't protect her. And shout out to Carlos King. All right, because this is one of his videos. It seems like he has an update. They sent me this video maybe a week ago. All right. So, I wanted to touch on. There's a lot of, topics that a lot of people want me to touch on. I don't really, got the time like that like I used to, but I'm trying as much as I can. Like today, I ain't really got nothing to do. All right, until like maybe 4 o'clock p.m. So we on this, John. We on this, John. So we're gonna get this John started, right? But the first topic is, they sent me a video with Carlos King. Listen, I don't be on my Facebook. I don't be on my Instagram like that, like I used to. All right, but it seems like the videos that he be, uploading and stuff are from Facebook and Instagram. So if I was on them, I might be able to come across them as easy as he does. But man, that means that I have to start a whole algorithm when I don't really go, searching through my Facebook. Do I go live on it? Yeah, when I do these streams. But other than that, I don't sit and scroll through Facebook and Instagram like I used to when I was a teenager or in my early 20s. Right? It's crazy as it sounds. So I've searched the title down and everything. I keep getting Carlos King reaction. I keep getting other, people reaction. So we're gonna stick to the Carlos King because he'll give us the full video. He'll give some commentary, but he'll give us the full damn video, which we can review, react to, give commentary, and a shorty will be able to speak her mind on it. And I will be dropping the link after I say this, and we take a little music break real quick. I will be dropping the link for those that want to give their input on this topic. All right, we could chop it up for a few minutes while I'm reviewing the video or after I'm reviewing the video. Oh Lord. Look at the fuck. We got some goddamn trolls up in this bitch. Listen, I ban fast this shit. All right, we not dealing with disrespect up in this John for real, for real. Let me see who we got in here. We got Uncle L up in this John. Shout out to Uncle L. All right, blessings to Uncle L. Welcome to Philly, baby. Now we got Nene D1971. She says exactly. Look at the parents that were just locked up because their daughter had a child by her brother in Oklahoma. Oh wow! Listen, if y'all got that drawn up, man, hit a shorty DM up, and I will react to that video. I haven't heard that story yet, and I appreciate those that be dropping, videos or showing me, certain content creators that be having some videos. Y'all know, all right. Listen, I'm passionate when it comes to this topic, but listen, we're gonna touch on this first topic. All right, the daughter who exposed her father and the mother who didn't protect her. And listen, y'all know I can relate to this type of pain, right? When a child gotta expose a parent, that means the adults failed, all right, at their one job, protection. That's it, all right. That's the whole job. That's the whole job description. Protect your damn kids. But some parents be so worried about keeping, how can I say, a family image that they'll let their child drown in. Did I say it right? Yeah, they'll let their child drown in trauma. All right. How can I say it? I'm gonna put it like this: some parents will let their kids drown in trauma just to keep their peace. How do you have peace? And this is why I speak up, all right? Because there's too many kids, all right, who, how can I say, grow up thinking that silence is normal. It ain't. Silence is deadly. Do y'all think parents protect their reputation more than their kids? And in my opinion, I feel as though that some parents, all right, protect their reputation more than their own kids. Right? And this is just from what I've seen. All right. Now, if y'all seen something different, man, look, listen, y'all could, leave a comment down below if you catching the replay, or you can chat with me right here in the chat, or when I drop the link down below. You see where I'm coming from? But listen, it's like a yin and yang. All right. It's like split. You got parents that will fight tooth and nail for their kids, while you got other parents out here that won't do shit. They'll let their kids drown. All right. And let me tell y'all something. When a mother chooses a man, all right, over her child, that's betrayal on a spiritual level. All right. That's the type of hurt that follows you into adulthood, into relationships, into parenting your own kids. I've talked about this. My own stories out there. All right, we're not going to get into my story because we're about to hit into somebody else's story. Now, will I use, when I give the commentary and stuff, will I use my own story to reference a lot of stuff? Yes. Yes. Why? Because I'm not using nobody else's story. All right. And the shorty's already talking about her own story. So as crazy as it sounds, right? I've been through something similar. So I can relate to what this shorty has been through, right? And what she is going through, right? Especially, having a mother, from what I've seen, right? That right there, once again, is betrayal on a spiritual level. That's the type of hurt that follows you everywhere you go. All right. It's wild how it's really wild how some mothers, all right, will fight the whole world for a man who wouldn't even fight a mosquito for them. All right. Like, it's crazy as it sounds, meanwhile their whole, their own child is screaming for help. That little girl had to expose her own father. Imagine how long she held that pain in. Imagine, you know, how many nights she cried alone. That ain't parenting. That's negligence dressed up as motherhood. Like, why do y'all think some mothers ignore the signs even when it's right there in their face? I could understand some. Others, I can't. While others, I just feel as though, like, there's no point in even trying to understand because pure evil is just out there. And I could be wrong. But see, this is how I perceive certain things. All right. I gotta check because I could only see when people are typing in the other screen. All right. But I wanna, leave this right here. I don't know if Nini's still in the chat down below, but that's exactly, how I feel. Because it's, listen, I didn't know about the story, but I'm definitely about to look it up. If anybody, wants to drop the story on my DM, all right, before I get into my Instagram and check my DMs, man, y'all more than welcome, man. Y'all know I will touch on that, y'all. Now, that's gonna be the first topic we're gonna, touch on, and I just wanted to touch on it a little bit. So we're gonna slide right into, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the second topic. All right. Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all know about this, uprising famous TikToker. Well, I'm not gonna say uprising. Well, I'm gonna say uprising because a lot of people might not know. All right, but he is kind of, a little famous. All right, he goes by the name Lil G. And what's crazy is we're about to touch about what's going on with, this whole TikTok star situation. Like social media had that man rising so fast, and now his whole world is crashing because his co-star, his wife, is being charged with murder. Like, this is what I mean when I say social media fame don't come with emotional stability. Right? People blowing up online but falling apart offline. Let's make it make sense. And when you mix fame, with anger, ego, in messy relationships, I don't know if the relationship that he had was messy, but a lot of relationships that I've seen, where shit goes left here on social media is messy. All right, that's a recipe for disaster. All right, folks be smiling in videos and fighting demons behind the scenes, and people be thinking, "Oh, look, they have a good life." Mm. I just don't like busting people's bubbles, but no, no. See, social media will paint you how can I say it, a picture perfect family portrait, right? While behind the scenes, it's not really like that. Do y'all think social media fame makes people lose themselves? And I like asking these mind provocative questions, right? Reason why a lot of y'all know, right? I'm a leader in my community. Right? I go out here, I debate the politicians, I talk politics. We don't just debate, we also have conversations, talk, share ideas and stuff like that. All right. And I like hearing what a lot of people say, right? I love hearing y'all perspectives, y'all different points of views, right? Because I could use it out here. You see where I'm coming from when I say here and I want to make, how can I say, give an explanation of the reason why, certain things need to be done like this, why certain things need to change, why certain, listen, a lot of you that deal with a lot of politicians knows exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that deal with leaders of the community within your own community know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. But listen, social media comes at a cost, and people, the social media fame. Let me rephrase that and say it better. Social media fame, it comes with a cost, and I feel as though that a lot of people don't realize that until it's too late. And let's be real, all right? I'm trying to find the right words to say this because a lot of these topics are sensitive. All right, I'm going to say it like this: when you build a brand with somebody, your whole identity gets tied to. So when they fall, you fall. Lil G probably sitting somewhere like, damn, how did my life look like this fast? Because when you attach your image to somebody, you also attach your consequences. And social media don't care. All right, they'll hype you up today and clown you tomorrow. That's why you gotta know who you are outside the camera. How can I say with, if that makes any sense. All right, like fame don't protect you from your real life at all. Like should influencers separate their personal life from online brands? And I think I've heard a few people, you know, say that, a lot of influencers should, but then it's like a lot of influencers make the brand, right? Based on their life, as crazy as it sounds. Now, we're also gonna have, a third topic. And this one is heartbreaking and how can I say infuriating, right? A TikTok feud turned deadly, all right? A 22-year-old charged for allegedly stabbing a teen. Over what? A feud, a disagreement, a damn TikTok argument. Same way we see it here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all right, Twitter, any other, how can I say, platform, all right, where people, come in, I guess, and do their thing. Like, we have a 22-year-old being charged for allegedly stabbing. All right, I don't know if y'all heard me. We have a 22-year-old, all right, allegedly being stabbed. I mean, being charged for stabbing a teen over a few. This generation is it's so quick to jump from words to violence. Nobody knows how to walk away anymore at all, to talk. Nobody knows how to breathe before reacting. Social media got people thinking everything is a battlefield. But when you pick up a weapon, that ain't beef. That's a life changing decision, right? And now a teen is gone, a family is shattered, and another young person's life is thrown away. Basically, right? In both situations, right? Both these TikTok situations, right? We have someone naked and someone behind bars, someone deceased, and someone's life thrown completely away. All right, like I know a lot of people don't like touching on these um subjects, but shout out to the content creators that do touch on it. All right, we got to talk about how social media is raising people emotionally. Folks don't know how to communicate. All right, they only know how to clap back, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. They don't know how to apologize. They only know how to, what they so called expose. They don't know how to walk away. They only know how to escalate. And I could be wrong, but I don't feel like I am. Right? And then, what's crazy is a lot of people wonder why these tragedies keep happening. It's because nobody's teaching emotional intelligence. Shout out to the word, all right, for bringing awareness to that in his, channel, emotional intelligence. I think y'all need to look. And that's not to everybody, but if the shoe fits, wear that bitch, right? They teaching go viral. They're teaching, hey, be petty. They teaching drag them. And that's the, how can I say, that's the mentality. That's the mentality that they have. And that type of mentality is dangerous as hell. Let me ask y'all one question. What's one emotional skill you think this generation is missing? And I would love to hear the comments down below. All right. And I'll chat and I'll chop it up with whoever, writes down below, anybody that catches. Listen, I know there's a lot of people caught up. I pop up, at crazy times. I had announced it earlier, but man, we was doing a little music thing. I gotta pay my little StreamYard, so StreamYard isn't gonna push my lives out there like that. So it is what it is, and we're gonna continue to do this live, all right? So listen, I'm gonna play a little song, and after this music break, all right, we diving deep into these topics, not just gossip, but to learn, all right, to grow, to reflect, to protect our kids, to protect our peace, and protect our damn sanity. I want y'all, I want y'all to understand, all right, that yeah, we can laugh, we can have, conversations, right? But let's have conversations that matter, all right? Like, listen, man, I don't have a problem in crying if I have to, all right, laughing when I have to, and saying what I gotta say when I have to. All right, so let's bring that, thinking with me energy and engaging with me energy because, conversations like this matter. And if, nobody else is going to talk about it, y'all know I will. Raw, uncut, straight from the, the heart, straight from the chest. All right, so let's get into this break real quick. Don't go anywhere. Rock out with a shorty, man. But hey, if you got to go, go. But shout out to those that are rocking out with a shorty. If y'all rocking out with me, all right, give me 1 second while I share the screen. Shout out to those of you that are, on here watching from Twitch, Facebook, and here on YouTube. Let me share the stream. Right. Oh, what are you doing? We gotta go to Carlos team. Right. Now I love watching Carlos. Right. So out of all the videos that were sent to me, I chose Carlos. All right. I gave y'all. Why you can't capture my screen? What's going on? They're saying they don't want to share my screen. Why? It's still loading. That's why. You all on premium and everything. I should not see one little loading sign on this joint. Like, come on, and I got all my bars. Come on, and you're straight in the router. Like, now you playing with me. All right, let me pull it here right now. Yep. I got all these fucking scratches. I got one up here. That's when I'm sleeping. I'm scratching. I wonder what the hell I be dreaming about when I'm sleeping. Cause I wake up with a whole scratched up face. I'm sharing myself. What the fuck is going on? That's not even it. Something's not right. How? Alright, now it's sharing. Shit, what the fuck? Alright, so if y'all haven't checked out the story, I'm gonna leave the link down below so y'all can go check out the full story without my commentary for those of y'all that want to check it out, get your own perspectives. Alright. Hold on. I gotta get the screen right over there. Paste that. But let's listen to the story. Alright. Commentary. But before we do, alright, before we do.
Yeah. Welcome to the reality check. Turn the cameras off. Ryders4Life. Let's get it. Looking at the screen, another late night scroll. Watching everybody trade away a piece of their soul. See, this ain't just about the messy pose you right, or the emotional outbursts in the middle of the night. We're dealing with something deeper that you can't design. Yeah, it's spiritual warfare happening online. We keep ignoring what is happening right in front of our eyes. Some of y'all are out here drowning under digital skies, just bleeding on the timeline, pouring out your soul, hoping someone out there's gonna come and make you whole. Looking for a savior on a smartphone screen, searching for a savior inside a virtual machine, hoping someone will hand you a bandage for the pain. But you're getting back is a track of pure disdain. You're getting likes and shit, nothing that can cure the hurt, just a bunch of emojis stamped inside the dirt. Ooh, that's not healing, let's call it what it really is. That's performance, just a regular entertainment bill. Oh, you thought you could feed on the scars that I bleed. Keep your light, keep your shade. I got all that I need while you pose for the cloud. I am breaking the chains. Yeah, you talk to the crowd, but I walk through the flames. We are standing our ground. We don't bow to the trend. Watch the curtain close down on the games that you send. Yeah, you want a performance, go put on a show. Cause the throne that I'm on is where haters can't go. We've normalized the pain, turned the ache into a show. Trauma as entertainment everywhere we go. And then we wonder why the spirit feels so cold and spent. Why we're feeling so empty after every scroll we went. Looking at a mirror that was never meant to reflect the beauty of a soul that the world tried to neglect. You are not broken just because you feel so deep. Don't let them tell you otherwise or rob you of your sleep. But you're broken because you're trying to process the pain, exposing sacred wounds to the public in the rain. In these public arenas where the wolves come to stroll, environments that were never ever built to hold your soul. Well, you thought you could feed on the scars that I bleed. Keep your lights, keep your shade. I got all that I need while you pose for the cloud. I am breaking the chains. Yeah, you talk to the crowd. but you can't contain a fire that was lit by the divine. Yeah, your matrix is glitching, I'm reclaiming what's mine. Go ahead and talk your talk your hate in the box while you're trapped in the algorithm. I'm breaking the locks, you a critic in the stands, I'm the one in the ring. You can never understand the weight of the song that I sing. We are shutting down the stadium, we're cutting the feed. No more bleeding for your entertainment. This is the stampede. No more feet in the wolves. We shutting down the arena. Ryders for life, and that's on everything we are. Ryders for life, yeah. We locking this one in. Listen close. As parents, we're supposed to be rearing our children. Nurture, love, and support, not miskeep, manipulate, or abuse them. You're supposed to be the shield when the cold wind blows, but instead you bring in trauma that nobody else knows. They look up at your face for a safe place to hide, but you tearing down the spirit that they carry inside. Damn, day after day, lost in a maze, watching the crime unfold. Parents and children turning into enemies, the story's untold. Bloodlines getting severed, yeah. The bond is completely broken. Living in a war zone where the truth is never spoken. Walking through the house like you walking on glass, praying that the nightmares would just hurry up and pass. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocent to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Yeah, parents committing the worst sin by doing incest with their children, but we building caskets to put those in, destroying what we building. The absolute betrayal of a pure innocent soul, taking away the pieces that will make a child whole. Instead of building futures, we out here digging graves, spilling all this blood for the secrets that you saved. Lord, please take the wheel in this world where heaven and hell don't exist. Only the now exists, but it sure feels like we're walking through flames in the mist. No cosmic retribution, just the pain that we can touch. Living in a reality that weighs a bit too much. The fire is real and it's burning right now. We gotta face the demons and survive them somehow. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocence to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Finally being told. As I see heaven's playground get full with innocent children who have been abused by those meant to protect, tearing down the pavilion. The ones who swore to guard them are the ones who pulled them down, leaving every angel with a shattered, broken crown. The playground is crowded and the tears falling fast. We gotta speak the real so this generation can last. This ain't just a track, this a wake-up call to the blind, to the sickness that's mutating inside of the family line. You locked them in a room, thought the walls would keep it quiet. Now that trauma's in their blood and it's turning to a riot. You stripped the way they body, stripped the way they dignity. You passed down a death sentence through the whole genealogy. No more hiding behind the title of a mother or a father. You ain't nothing but a monster leading lambs to the slaughter. We talking about the baby's room before they could even grow. The disgusting, explicit truths that the world's too scared to know. If the system won't expose you, then we tearing down the door. We unleashing every nightmare that you left upon the floor. You thought you got away, thought the secrets would just stay dead. Now the blood is on the walls and the fire's burning red. Burn it down, expose it all. The whole foundation break. It's the final reckoning for every single soul you take. Can't hide from it now. Every secret comes to light. Ryders for life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about it. Listen, because this situation with this young lady who exposed her father and her mother is one of those topics that hit, deep. It hits personal and it hits society right, in the throat. All right. Yeah, I said it like that with a K. Throat. All right. I know it's spelled and pronounced throat. All right. But we're saying throat tonight. All right. Shit. And listen, what pisses me off is how social media, all right, treated this young lady. They treated her like she was, the perpetrator instead of the victim. Like, be for real. All right. A child speaks up about something traumatic, and instead of support, she gets dragged. That's the internet for you, though, right? Cruel, loud, and wrong as hell. Why do you think, or let me put it like this, why do y'all think social media is quicker to attack victims than to protect them? And I feel as though that a lot of the people that attack the victims are capable of doing the same thing that they're protecting the people that they're speaking on. I mean, I hope I said it right. I may have, fucked it up a little bit. Selena says, right, yeah, but unfortunately, it happens too many, and that's a fact, and that's why I speak on it. As a survivor, I learned that the less we speak on these topics, on these situations, the less that us people like me, women like me, or men that work with us, women like me. I hope I'm not balling this up. It sounds kind of messed up because it's not coming out the way that is in my head. But I'm hoping y'all get where I'm trying to say. All right. The more we speak on it, women like me that speak for women that have been through sexual abuse, or little girls, little boys, or men, and the men that back us up in these situations. Right. It makes it the less we speak on it, the harder it gets for us to change the policies. The more we speak on it, the easier it makes it for us to fight and change certain policies around us. If y'all understand where I'm coming from, that's why we speak on it. You see, like, I had to learn this before. I thought it was like, ah, fuck it. You see, like, ain't nobody gonna listen, nobody cares. But that wasn't true. You see, like, I was thinking with the victim mentality. I had to learn, how to walk around those emotions, grow up, understand what was happening, and learn how to speak up. Especially if I was going to speak up, not just for myself, but you know, for for my kids, for any other kid. All right, because I didn't choose to be an advocate, but somewhere, somehow, some way, along the line, for because I spoke up for myself, stood up for myself. All right, I ended up being this. So it's kind of like, yo, I mean, the more we speak on it, I see that it does make a difference. I see the more we stay quiet on these topics, is when you know we don't make the difference. Like, we always hear people say it. I say it myself, right? Don't hear your dirty laundry out here in these streets. Like, and it's true. There's certain things that you cannot air out on these streets, right? There's a lot of things you cannot air out on these streets. But when a victim tries to speak up and bring awareness, that's a whole different, because that right there is not dirty laundry. See, a victim isn't the perpetrator, right? The victim, like, when you hear victims come out on social media and speak up, they're not just, how can I say, speaking up to speak up. They're speaking up because they're learning how to stand up for themselves, right? And then at the same time, in the same breath, at the same process, they're trying to bring awareness to the situation, to the topic. I know because I've been there. And it's crazy that a lot of us are grateful for those that have shown us support, like the beautiful Selena, who's in the chat right now. I've had the word, I've had Nate, I've had a whole lot of other people on social media understand the situation that I've been through, right? And shout out to Selena. All right, because a lot of people at one point wanted to interview about my past, but it's like too many people take these topics as a game, and I felt more comfortable sitting at her couch talking to her because I knew I could, express myself, and she wouldn't play around with the topic. Will she ask hard questions? Hell yeah, as you're supposed to. You're doing an interview, right? You gotta ask the hard questions. See, my thing isn't about the hard questions. My thing is what people sit here and want to play with this topic and take it as a game or want to gain some revenue out of it. This is not a topic to try to gain revenue out of. All right. So you know how most of us say, don't air your, dirty laundry. Yes, don't air your dirty laundry when it comes to certain situations. But when it comes to a situation like this, keeping quiet is, it's not a badge of honor. But sometimes airing these things out is the only way to stop a predator. I hope a lot of you understand where I'm coming from. Oh, I keep forgetting about the chat. That's a fact. That's a fact, Selena. Too many sick parents. And what's crazy? That just it ain't no different from what my stepfather was. He was a sick predator. All right. Now let me say this. All right. That young lady wasn't looking for clout. She was looking for her voice. She was trying to expose a predator, reclaim her power, and bring awareness at the same damn time. And instead, all right, instead of people saying, "We hear you," they said, "Why are you telling us?" Like she owed her silence to the world. Baby, silence is how predators survive. Do y'all think don't air your dirty laundry is hurting more victims than helping? See, when we say don't air your dirty laundry, we're saying that to people, right? When it comes to their personal lives and certain things like that. All right. Now, things like this, if you see a victim and you hear a victim come out and say these things, it's not for people, oh, why you air you dirty laundry like this? That's not dirty laundry. That's not dirty laundry. That's a baggage. That's a baggage that people hold on to and don't even know how to let go. A baggage that, suffocates you from the throat on down, leaves you with no air, leaves you searching for some air to breathe. All right. It is a real heavy baggage that makes you turn, you know, the predator's guilt into your guilt. Like if you were at fault. And if you don't let this out, if you don't let out what's happening to you to somebody one way or another. See, sometimes we need to learn what platform to air it out. But she had her own platform like I had my own platform. That's why I'm not even mad at her. It's not like she just jumped onto somebody's panel and aired out what she aired out. No. She went on live one day and Pete, right? The reason why she went live one day was because to what she had to say. Her voice was not being heard. All right. So she went live. She was trying to find a way to reclaim her power. And it's crazy how you got people saying, you had people telling her that, oh, she must have wanted it because she ain't leave. Like if walking away was, the answer, the solution. Sometimes it's not that easy. Look at the Menendez case. Look at my situation. Look at so many cases that, come out to, how can I say, to surface. And then people be like, damn, I never knew it was that deep. It's that deep. Especially when it's family doing it. Oh, it's that deep. So for people to tell her she did not have the right to find her voice, expose her predator, right? Because when you do it on social media, all right, you get sometimes more justice than you do trying to speak out here, all right, within the walls of a system that's trying to shut people like us that are not really meant to survive these type of situations. They're meant to break us. But the survivors, when they survive and they speak up, the world want to shut them down. She didn't owe her silence to the world, baby. All right. Silence is how, so many of these motherfucking predators survive. And let's talk about how disgusting the comments were. All right. We're going to hit on the video in a second. All right. But these comments, people were calling her crazy, calling her dramatic, calling her a liar. Meanwhile, she's fighting for her life, her truth, her sanity. It's crazy. Social media loves trauma until it's real, until it's, the devil knocking at their door. Then a topic like this, they want people to take serious. Oh, they don't want to get laughed at like they laughed at the person they were laughing at. Social media loves stories until the story is uncomfortable. They love victims until the victim is someone, they can't control. And that's why so many people stay quiet because the internet will crucify you before it listens to you. Well, I know how it is. All right. I started 10 years ago. All right. 7 years podcasting. But when I first started, all right, I was trying to help my son. Then out of nowhere, boom, the heat of the moment, the pressure between family, community. You see where I'm coming from? One day I exploded and said everything because I got so tired of the fakes. I got so tired of the people, saying, "Oh, we here for this." Y'all, no, y'all not. No, y'all not. And that's why people like us are cautious. When they come to a channel like mine and they be like, "Oh, why is there only a little bit of people?" Because I block facts. I don't take disrespect. I don't let hate come into this panel. All right. We try to push out positivity. Toxicity, we throw that shit out the motherfucking window. We Kobe that bitch into a fucking trash can. All right. Because misery loves company. And I sure as hell don't want it. So it's fucked up how people, I want to put it like this. It's crazy how people online they act like, they act like victims owe them a perfect story before they believe it. That's what's crazy. Like if they sat here and they decided, oh well, I'm just going to get, assaulted today. No, no, that's not how it works. Now let me get personal for 1 second, all right? Because I understand her pain. I've been through this. I exposed my predator online. I told my story. I stood, in my truth. And instead of support, I had a mother who was, against me at that moment, protecting a man over her own child. That type of betrayal, it hits different. All right. It's a pain that sits in your chest like a brick. It's a pain that makes you question your worth, your reality, your whole childhood. So when I saw, that girl speak up, and I only saw a little bit, we're gonna react to this whole video together. All right. When I saw, no, listen, when I saw that girl speak up, I felt her. I understood her. And I saw myself in her, in a way. Why? There's a big difference. My stepfather did what he did to me. Her biological father this. Her biological father did this to her. And it's hard. Some y'all might hear my voice crack a little bit. It's not easy trying to, But listen, man, I've overcame my demons. I fought my demons. I'm able to speak on this. Trust me. It's just that sometimes when you hear people treat people like this, it's like, oh my God, I just want to pull some people out the comments if I could, man, on some real shit, or out of a screen and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, do you not see how sick you fucking sound? But some people don't give a damn. I'm cussing. Oh shit. Some people don't care. Some people just don't care. People don't understand how hard it is to speak up. All right, it's not just telling a story. All right, it's reliving trauma. That's why I'm still stuck on chapter 3 of my book. It is reliving trauma over and over again. All right, risking backlashes, risking family turning on you, risking strangers calling you a liar. It's standing alone in a room full of people who should have protected. That young lady didn't expose her father for attention. She exposed him because silence was killing her. All right. And sometimes the internet is the only place victims feel like they, could be heard. Even if the internet is fucking cool. Some of y'all don't want to hear this shit. I get it. I know. I understand. All right. We're going to get into the social media drama in and alive and next. But I feel as though I wanted to hit this topic first. All right. Because when I'm done with the topic, I can play a little music, get myself together, man. I ain't no man, but go drain my lizard. All right. And come back to y'all once I got my little eyes together and shit, man. Look, listen, man. I know that in front of a screen, I'm tough as shit. But behind the screen, when I see stories like this show, the tears flow down. Ooh, it takes me a minute to adjust myself because people don't understand how hard it is to speak up. All right, children don't children don't deserve being abused in any way. That's a fact, Selena. Hard to forgive sometimes, especially family. You ain't lying. But listen, gotta make sure my mic is on. All right. Listen, we also got to talk about the mother because when a mother chooses a man over her child, that's not motherhood. All right. That's betrayal dressed up as loyalty. Sometimes mothers be so desperate for a relationship that they'll ignore every red flag, every sign, every cry for help. All right. They'll protect the man who couldn't even protect them. All right. And then they wonder why their kids grow up distant, angry, or broken. That young lady didn't just expose her father, she exposed her mother's failure. And I know a lot of people might be like, oh, damn, Ray, what you talking about? Look, listen, pay attention. When we hit the video, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm touching on. All right, I'm just trying to keep, stay humble, cool, calm, and collected. Every time I hear a story like this, trust and believe, my blood boils. All right. And it took a minute for me to learn how to keep my composure when I hear stories like this. Trust and believe. Like, social media needs to learn the difference between messy drama and a cry for help. This wasn't gossip. This wasn't tea. This wasn't entertainment. This was a young woman trying to stop her predator. All right. To heal her inner child. But the internet is so, how can I say, desensitized that they treat real trauma like a storyline. They forget that these are real people with real pain. And that's why, awareness matters because victims shouldn't have to fight the world in their own family just to be heard. Let me ask y'all this one question. Why do y'all think people treat real trauma like it's entertainment? That's something that I can never understand in this, not just this platform, on any other social media platform that I've been on. They got sectors that they call beef. Right, and as crazy as it sounds, right, even though the next two topics we're going to touch on in a minute after this story, all right, is about social media, beef, anger, and all that. Look what it leads to. One person in a casket, the other one behind bars. Two lives still fucking wasted over some bullshit. All right, but we'll get into that in a minute. All right, like this shit is fucking crazy. So today, listen, man, we're bringing awareness to her story and to every story like hers because victims deserve protection, not punishment. They deserve support, not silence. They deserve to be believed, not bullied. And if anybody else is going to speak up for them, y'all know I mean, listen, if anybody else ain't going to speak up for them, y'all know I will. All right? Y'all know how we do it. All right? So let's talk about it. Let's get into this quick music break, all right? Because this song is going to explain to y'all. And listen, I know a lot of y'all have heard it before, but listen, man. Y'all will never understand how it feels to be, just blessed to be blessed. Why I say that, my past was meant to break me, just like this lady's present and past was meant to break hers, but it did. All right, after this right here, we're gonna press play on the video. We gonna get the commentary started. I feel blessed to be, and this young lady, if she's away from her parents, I know she's blessed to be too. She just has to learn, all right, how to deal with the everyday, life, right? How to live normal, her and her child. May my mama have peace and paradise show, man. I never knew that I could turn a letter, a poetic letter, all right, into lyrics. Shout out to Yaya for the inspiration, for real, because I never knew that I could, do any of my poetry and turn it into into music, all right. So, shout out for Yaya for taking me into this direction. I really appreciate her. I appreciate the support, man. Like y'all don't understand, man. Like even though my voice is auto tune, I can still hear, man. My voice was cracking, and I could hear, and I was holding back the tears, man. I was holding back the tears, like a letter to my mom, explaining to her everything I felt the day that she died. And nobody will ever understand the pain that I feel. You see where I'm coming from? But as a mother, I have to be strong. That's a pain that will never leave. You see where I'm coming from? No matter what the circumstances is, the first person that was meant to guide you, all right, and protect you, guard you, was the first person to betray you. Check this out.
She said somebody nice
he called her like, yeah, Antonio be touching on her daughter. This is that. And for my mama to get on live, crying, making a scene like I tell her she not a victim. Yes, she is. She have a weird ass mama and a daddy gang. I can chunk. What did I supposed to do? Gang, I can chunk. The only person who took care of me is my auntie Carla, gang. She's dead. She's dead. What else am I supposed to do? All I had was my mom and my dad. My mama either was gonna beat my ass. That's it. Beat my ass. Never looked at cute around there, girl. Never nothing. It was always her. What? I didn't want to live with her. I was tired of getting my ass whooped. What is we talking about? I only had 2 parents to go to. My father or my dad. Would I rather get beat the bone or I won? But I had to pick. I had nowhere else to go. Where was I going to go?
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video right now.
And shout out to Carlos King, man. And the look, man, Shorty was making a point. Where the hell was she supposed to go? It's crazy how when, people come and tell these story online to bring awareness and, to find a voice. I mean, we know social media isn't always a place to find a voice, but, social media kind of, how can I say, is one of the reasons why a lot of victims do have a voice. All right, believe it or not, go do your research. All right, we'll touch on that topic, not now, but on another live. All right, but go do your research. All right, a lot of victims really found their voice, really found support, and through social media. It's just unfortunate, social media is divided. It's like yin and yang, like I said earlier. All right, it's fucked up that the shorty only had 2 options. All right, a father that was sexually molesting her, and a mother that was abusing her physically. Didn't believe her. So she only had 2 options. And people make it seem like, oh man, kids got jobs. They could automatically just go hit up a bank, all right? Go, cash out some funds. Get in your little car that you drive already at, listen, people don't fucking, like, is y'all fucking serious? Y'all know y'all talking, y'all hearing somebody's story, and y'all acting like a child can actually do the things that an adult can do. It's crazy that a child doesn't have his voice until the child is old enough to speak up for themselves. And when they do speak up for themselves, when they're old enough to speak up for themselves, the world want to fucking crush them. But unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Welcome to America, land of the free, where you got to pay for water, even the air you breathe.
Look, man, I'm a little bit late with this video because y'all know I've been dropping that Carmelo Anthony content, and that's what y'all been asking me to drop, so I've been on that. But like I told y'all, like, I got to get to these other stories because people have been blowing me up about this one right here specifically to do a video on. And I seen some of the comments about it, and I seen the pictures, but I didn't know that she went live. She posted some screenshots of a conversation between her and her father. And I was just like, what the hell? But we're going to talk about all of that. But let me let y'all know, for those who are interested in the sweepstakes.
All right, so we're going to go a little bit more up. If y'all want to know about the sweepstakes, all right, and stuff like that, go check out Carlos King, all right? He does his thing on his channel, trust me. But we focused on the story today, all right?
So obviously she's been going through some shit for a long time with this guy, but we're gonna find out. That's what we're here for anyways, to check it out and see what the hell is going on with the whole situation. But if y'all got any more information pertaining to this situation, send it to me. I'll post it. If you need any help with anything or anything like that, I'll post it. Y'all know how I get down over here. But let's get into it and see what's going on. Let's go.
Man, I need some help. Like, what's up? How am I gonna fix my algorithm on Facebook and Instagram so I can get the updated, videos and stuff like this? Like, I'm just stuck with the goddamn novellas on damn Facebook and Instagram and damn skits and celebrity gossip. Like, yo, what's up? What's up? What's the trick? How can I get this, all this stuff right here, like the true crimes and all that, back on my Facebook? Because I don't have none of that. Like, ain't none of that popping up. When I was searching for this story and the other 2 stories on the TikTok stories that went, left, I'm saying, like, damn, I have to fix my algorithm. Like, you could tell I haven't been on these apps for a while.
Hold on, y'all. Bye. See you later. Hold on, y'all. Pause. This is Victoria. I didn't know this one long. I ain't been on Facebook. I really don't get to be on her. I really only make up in just thinking of weird shit is going on in my family. The thing is, Victoria just went live trying to message him like she did not know nothing that was going on. It's really eating me alive too. Cause stop lying. You knew what the fuck was going on. You knew that fucking day you was at that fucking hotel when you was with your mother, man, after you
She's
did
still
her
young.
mother hair,
That's
talking
fucked
about
up.
somebody named Stephanie Piper called you. Move, get out the line. Where's the for this? Napkin? Why? I thought you just got. I'm putting it back. My job. Literally, she said somebody named Stephanie called her like, yeah, Antonio be touching on her daughter, this is that and the third.
Antonio,
Get
you
your
look him up.
Tree, no, hold on, just pause, so no, that just run.
Hey, see, he heard the name, he's like, Antonio, let me look him up too. I'll be like, yo, wait. I need to get my social media back on algorithm. I'm about to download my Facebook on my phone. All right, and my Instagram. Listen, you know how long I haven't had Facebook and Instagram on my phone? 9 years. All right. 9 years ago, I went on social media and I started this thing. I heard somebody say it. Somebody started it. It wasn't really me, but I started it on my side. All right. I went on Facebook. I went on Instagram. All right. And I said it. I said I wasn't going to go live no more for 30 days. I wanted to see, listen, I let go of my phone. I let go of everything. No social media, no vices, attached to me. And I wanted to see if I can go 30 to 60 days. All right. I went 90 days. And then it's like when I started, using my phone and started, getting back into like, YouTube and all that, I said, fuck Facebook. I said, fuck everything. Now, TikTok, I wasn't on TikTok yet. All right. So TikTok is something that I've only been on for like 5 years. But Facebook and Instagram, I did it. I don't care. I completed my own challenge. It wasn't started by me, but I challenged myself. Shit. I can't even remember who started the challenge. But I don't think people could be off social media for 30 to 60 days, let alone 90. All right. Let alone, all right, have all the apps deleted from their phone. All right. Then, all right, get yourself used to like, all right, after 9 o'clock, I'm not using this fucking device. The device gets put to the side. I don't even pick up phone calls unless they're important. All right. So I had, I'm an asshole. I don't give a fuck. I did it. All right. But hey, I seen that I don't need it. Like them 90 days of drama free off of Facebook and Instagram was the best 90 days of my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't feel the need to go back. It's like I detoxed my mind and soul on some real shit. I should do the same thing with YouTube, bro. Some real shit, Rachel. Sure. Don't challenge yourself, man. I'm a Leo. I love challenges, all right? If you know about fucking Leos, we love challenges, all right? And I will be, listen, let's get back to the story. I'm going all the way off topic, man. All the way off topic. Let's get back to the story, man. But that's the thing, man. People just need to log off sometimes and realize what's the difference between, bringing awareness, entertainment, and drama.
You lying. This is my mama. Hold on, y'all see how
I can't see that. Is it backwards? Oh shit! Does she got it upside down? Okay. No. Oh, it's flipped. Okay. I'm sorry. So. All right. I'm sorry, Shorty. I'm trying to read it, but it's mirrored and then it's blurry. I got the I'm sorry. So something. Listen. I paused it. I don't know if y'all got that. If y'all can see that, it's blurry on mine. And it's mirrored. So. Yeah. I mean, if y'all got that screenshot that y'all can read what it says, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. All right, I need glasses.
Victoria Murray, right? Your daddy need to your daddy been
Carlos, can
you
you read
since
again?
you hold on. Why you trying to camera?
Hold on.
Mama name my daddy. I swear to God, I hate y'all. Y'all don't need no.
She mad. She going in. Oh, where you go? Get the camera this way. Can you get any closer? Oh, coño, me cago en nada. Can you keep the camera still?
Hold on. This is
And wonder why we take up for your parents. That was Have you was what? Your daddy been you your daddy been something you since been a little girl and that's taking care of you? You're sick as fuck just like him. Quit texting me. You wanna be blocked? Your wish is my command. You don't get the title mother at all, lady. What the fuck? What motherly thing have you taught us to be? Nah. Oh shit. She mad. She mad at her mama right now. I get it. I get it.
Way too much. The mama involved in all of this type of shit, man. I
Yeah. The mama involved in this shit.
didn't know all of this now. I seen the daddy, she was talking about the men in her family are weird and things like that. But the mission says your daddy been messing with you since you were a little girl and that's taking care of you. You're sick just like him. Quit texting me. You want to be blocked. Your wish is my command. She said you don't get the title of a mother. Damn right if she knew about that. That's if she knew. And I'm everything is allegedly. I don't know shit about this, but I'm gonna keep it real and
No,
voice my
Carlos,
opinion on this shit.
Carlos,
That's why
Carlos, hold
people
on.
rock on me.
Carlos, I know. You got to keep it neutral, right? But from one survivor, all right, from a survivor speaking to you, oh, trust me, mama knew. The way she's writing, oh, mama knew. I went through this. I went through the social media fight, the argument, the beef. Oh, I went through it. My shit's just deleted. I ain't see the point of keeping that shit up when I wanted to, grow up and make amends. Oh, but the mama knew. All right, Carlos, I'm just telling you, mama knew. See, I will bring back all the videos, but no, we're not doing that. May my mama have peace in paradise. We're not doing that. But it's like, I got so many ways to back her up.
And subscribe to the channel for. So yeah, no harm to nobody. But if this is what the hell is going on, hell no. She basically said she knew right there. Crying about that.
Exactly. Facts. Now you reading it right. She
Let's get back
basically
into it
said
though. I
she
can see
knew.
everything. Let's go.
Blessings. Shout out to April Showers.
Telling me this out of your own mouth. Stop lying. Stop lying. It's your life too. Stop lying around your name, acting like I'm just lying. From a Facebook, that's some shit you said. That's some shit you said out your own mouth, though. Bitch, you know what you that bitch that try to help shit. Stop lying. That's throwing that shit in my face. Bitch, we're trying to help me with shit. What others told their daughter this? What else about it? Let's talk about it. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
No real mother tells her daughter that. Shorty, you not wrong. All right, that's crazy. See, man. See, listen, I understand that girl. I understand her pain. All right. I understand her pain like it's carved into my own bones because betrayal from the people you trust, especially the ones meant to guard you, hits different. All right. It's like being stabbed by the person you handed the knife to. All right. When your own mother starts telling lies, protecting the enemy, acting like you don't exist, that's a heartbreak. All right. That don't heal easy. It's a wound that keeps reopening every time you remember she chose him over you. Now, I want y'all to just picture it. For one quick second, just picture it. All right, now throw that thought away in the trash. Let's continue.
I'm not trying to hear that shit. Mind you, hold on. Pause. I was not almost her. She would have whipped my ass.
This some crazy shit right here, ain't it?
Whip my ass. Don't do my ass, you.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Did I see what I saw? I think I know what she was seeing. I don't know if Carlos peeped it, but I peeped it. Hold on.
I'm hella irritated. I'm gonna get off her though, Sheree. Hold on. Just give me 1 second because I got one more point to prove. Stop ever your line and her big mouth that on her acting like you lying.
Wait.
Bitch, don't you that bitch that try to help shit. Stop lying. Stop throwing that shit in my face. Bitch, you're trying to help me with shit. What others tell their daughter this? What mother tells their daughter this? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Mind you, hold on.
Probably misunderstood it.
I was not almost her. She would have whipped my ass.
This some crazy shit right here, ain't it?
Whip my ass. Don't do my ass.
Oh yeah, she's showing the bruises. That's what it was. I wasn't tripping. She was trying to show the bruises, but she ain't show the bruises. I mean, in a way, you kind of seeing it. Like it kind of look like a black bruise on her hand. I knew I wasn't tripping. At first, I thought she had, she was a cutter. That's it. Like I was like, oh man. But like I don't know if Carlos picked up on that, but she was trying to show her bruises. For those of you wondering, that's why I went back to make sure that I wasn't tripping.
I'm hella irritated. I'm gonna get off her tree. Hold on, just give me 1 second because I got one more point to prove. Stop ever your line and her dick.
Blessings, Miss April Showers. Blessings, Miss April Showers. Welcome. You're not late. You're not late. We just kind of started. We're talking about a young lady exposing her father and her mother. How her mother, is going online calling her daughter a liar, protecting the predator. Um, Basically that. We just kind of started. I'm not. Before we was playing music, talking, I was just giving my commentary, my input. What I think, how I feel, and the topics we was going to get into. But you're not really late. Blessings. We got DYNC in the in the building. Blessings to DYNC. Bienvenidos, my niño el papi. He gonna kill me for that one. Bienvenidos, mi New York papi. He's like, Rachel, don't call me that. I gotta fuck with him. Welcome to the New York natives.
Don't even get on her car. Get your white ass on, bitch. Mind you, this texting microphone going crazy. Treat you like my daughter. You're not always treating you like my daughter. All you want is a compulsive, right? At this point, they get the shit together. This calling my. Why are you calling this man?
Wait, I gotta pause it because he made me laugh, and this is a serious topic. I started it though; it's my fault though. That's what I get. That's what I get for starting. See? Hola, mamacita. He over here sounding like Eddie Guerrero and shit. Aquí llegó tu papi. But let me get serious, all right? Deep breath, Ray. Deep breath. Because then you're going to end up crying. And they're going to be like, Rachel, what happened? I was like, I don't know. I was laughing. And then I started thinking about this. And then I started crying. Like, my eyes is watering and shit. Wait a minute. Where the fuck my mouse at? Like, shit. I'm not turning on the camera. Press play.
What you call her? What you call her?
My eyes are all watery and shit. I want to smack the mama. I just don't get it.
She said, this work. Up and down. I'm lying. Come sing your baby daddy every motherfucking night. I'm say it again. All right, tell her alone. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
This some crazy shit.
I feel bad for her, yo. Carla's like,
Victoria, bitch, get your clown ass on.
Victoria.
Y'all can listen to this big ass voice right there. Right there, me don't want to talk. I've been asking all y'all for help. Now y'all want to call and
Carlos, are you searching up on Facebook for this? Like, I searched up Victoria too, but I got Victoria's Secret, Victoria everything, but the Victoria in this topic. You know what? I need to go back to mine. You know what? I forgot how to be a detective. This is how we used to do it. This is why I'm over here like, damn, like, what's up with my Facebook? Like, why am I stuck with just novellas and skits? Like, dude, listen, man, I used to watch novellas when I was a little kid, and my mama used to put it on the TV, and I just wanted to watch wrestling back then. Snap. I need to fix it. Like, he searched up Victoria, and I got everything but the Victoria that I needed to, get. How you gonna search up Victoria without no last name, though? See, I need to get back to, you know what? That's it. I need it. 90 days. Watch. After my birthday, I'm going 90 days. Y'all not gonna see me. Y'all gonna see videos being uploaded. Y'all ain't gonna see me on nobody's YouTube, not even on my own channel. Watch. I'm gonna do this shit another 90 days. Can I do it this time? Shit. I've been so hooked onto YouTube since the pandemic. Damn, I wonder if I could do it again. Fuck. Let's go. Damn, Ray, get out that fucking head.
Take care now.
No, she talking to me. Who's she talking to? Where she got? Who she talking to? I heard a woman talking. No one.
Hold on, my bad, y'all.
Oh, there
Hold
she go.
on.
Who's on the phone?
What I say, she obviously just be lying. Big mouth ass. Big mouth ass. Just be lying, you big mouth ass. You're a liar. You're a liar. You on my phone talking about my baby daddy dying, talking about some old whoopie doo, he's dead.
And look at my.
What? What? You're sick. You're sick. You're sick as your baby daddy's sick as both of y'all sick as both of y'all sick as Let's crack that. Let's crack that. I'm not taking nothing off no media. Y'all gonna start leaving me alone. For real. Stop trying to make it seem like that's out her losing her mind, tripping, doing all that. No, she go through stuff. Because I literally keep my you were willing, Ayana, I was willing to him. Are you stupid?
These people.
Hold the fuck up. People sound so fucking stupid when they say shit like that. Like she was willing to fuck him, like she chose to fuck him. Like ain't no fucking kid in it. Listen, oh my Lord have mercy. Please take the wheel. Cause I'm telling you, people say the dumbest shit on social media. Like, hold up, wait a minute. Ain't no kid, no biological kid. I hate thinking about next. Lord, like, yo, the dumbest shit people say. Like, is y'all serious? He's the damn predator. The mom ain't no better because she knows. She know. Come in.
Crazy.
I texted him and said, oh, come.
These people crazy.
I'm texting this man telling him come. That don't even sound right. Not one time did I say come me. That's the difference from letting him do something to you than just
People trolls, and that's some lame weird shit to say. People don't understand like Stockholm syndrome or just basically being groomed for a certain amount of time, not even knowing what the hell is actually even happening to you.
Thank you. As a child, listen, your mind gets so caught up in the haze that a lot of kids don't even understand. They trying to figure it out. A lot of kids ask for help, and the same people they ask for help end up punishing them. Why was the mom punishing her? Was she one of those? Now, listen, I'm glad my mom wasn't a jealous type. My mom was just a little shot out in the head. For real, for real. I've talked about it before. But I don't know. I'm having a feeling that this seems like a mom that feels like she's jealous. Like she's losing her man to her daughter. Like, is you fucking serious? Both of y'all made this child. All right, y'all both lay down to make this fucking child. He's fucking disgusting for looking at her as a woman. And you as a fucking woman that gave birth to that child is fucking disgusting for not protecting her from that man. That's how fucking sick this shit is. Lilith in fucking disguise and fucking Freddy Krueger himself. Like, Lord have mercy.
You know what I'm saying? People weird, and it's just sad and unfortunate that people got to go through certain things. But when you come to the internet, people got the rights to do whatever they want to do with these videos. Say what they want to say in your comments. It just be like that. You know, you just got to deal with it. But it just takes a lot for her to say something. So something must really been going on because she voicing it out and it done went viral. I done had at least 6 people send me messages. Maybe I can keep going through her. You see some more people done sent me.
Yeah, but listen, when you go on Facebook and you unleash like this, yes, a Facebook video can go viral. That's what happens to me in the beginning. Like, as crazy as it sounds, man, I when I first went, you know, and I let everything out like I told people, man, it was the pressure hitting, right? And I wanted them to like understand, like, yo, this shit is not a game. This shit is serious. You see where I'm coming from? Like, yo, listen. That's why I say it's fucked up when you hear people, you know, coming to someone's chat that is, you know, talking about a serious topic like this, saying, "Oh well, she wanted it, she asked for it." Really? So in your mind, you think that a little kid is just out here asking and wanting certain stuff like that when, you know, in a kid's mind, they should be, you know, thinking about how can I say, a fun time, games, learning, riding bikes, swimming, singing little songs, whatever little celebrity they into. I mean, listen, talking about whatever little movie they into, being into little LOLs or cars if they're boys. I mean, I don't know, but listen, man, ain't no little fucking kid thinking about fucking their parents. Like, that's sick. And it makes me wonder and look at people like, oh, you's a grown motherfucker. It's like, you condoling this shit. You protecting this shit.
Me some stuff. But I'm gonna let the video play, but I'm gonna keep on going to my messages and see if I got more information. Let's go.
Let's go jump.
See you later, Selena. See you later.
What? Forget that girl. Y'all want to say be quiet, don't say shit now, man. I'm gonna say what I want to do. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Do what I want to do. But I'm calling my mother phone. I don't want to talk to y'all again. Y'all keep trying to make it seem like I'm just overly telling this man. Me fucking no. I asked him for something. I snapped on his ass. Mother, I told him what the fuck was going on with me. Then y'all so lost in the sauce, gang. Y'all don't know what the really going on, gang. I told him what the fuck was going on with me. I told them what was going on with me, gang, and they come up the phone playing with their balls and showing me porn. How does that have anything to do with me? What the? Of course, I'm gonna come to their parents about some shit. Are you dumb? Like, I don't understand y'all. Y'all ass lost. I don't know. Y'all are lost. Y'all are lost. And that's how I know y'all let somebody touch y'all. Y'all let somebody touch y'all little kids. Just to even say, like, oh, you let him do some shit like that, y'all are sick. No shame. No shame. That's sick.
That's something they should be saying to the mom. Like, how you let your man touch your daughter? How you let your husband touch your child?
That's sick. I don't give a. And for my mama to
OG Big Nate. OG Big Nate Truth Talk. Blessings, blessings. Welcome to the live. Guys, make sure y'all go check out OG Big Nate Truth Talk. Great conversations, great topics. We also got Selena. Make sure y'all go check her out. I don't think NYC has a page. But go check out Miss April Showers. Great conversations, great topics. All right. I'm not sure who else. We got Young Ria's up in this drum. Make sure y'all go check out my young bull. All right. But let's get back into this topic. Like I was saying earlier, man, I really feel bad for the shorty. All right. But sometimes, even in the middle, of that storm, we gotta, find the power to navigate the rain. Like, we gotta learn how to walk through the thunder without losing ourselves. And that's what this young lady is doing. She's fighting for her voice, her truth, her sanity. She's standing in the rain with no umbrella, but she's still standing. All right. And that alone makes her stronger than the people who failed her. Let me ask y'all a question. If you or anybody that you know has been through something like this during your darkest moments, or what helped that person that you know find strength, in their darkest moments.
get on live crying, making it seem like I told her to tell her she's not a victim. Yes, she is. She have a weird ass mama and a daddy, gang. I can tell. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Gang, I can tell. The only person who took care of me is my auntie Carla, gang. She's dead. She's dead. What else am I supposed to do? All I had was my mom and my dad. My mama either was gonna beat my ass. That's it. Beat my ass. I've never looked at you around there, girl. Never nothing. It was always her. What? I didn't want to live with her. I was tired of getting my ass whooped. What is we talking about? I only had two parents to go to. My father or my dad. Would I rather get beat the phone? All right, man, one. But I have to pick. I had nowhere else to go. Where was I going to go? Like, are y'all stupid? What the? No, I ain't even lived with that man in over 3 years. How is he still touching me? Like, get y'all lace ass on. Then y'all just over talking and talking about nothing. Shut up. About something, you still letting him touch you, bitch. I have not even lived with that man in over 3 years. Since I've been out, matter of fact, times over 3 years since I've been out of high school. How am I still letting him do anything? The only reason y'all know about this shit now is because I'm tired of the bullshit.
It
A
seems
lot
like
of
she in her
people's
early 20s because she said since she been out of high school, she could have probably left high school at 17 or 18. So it seems like she's really, really in her early 20s.
me for helping and telling me my daddy's telling me not to help. Why are you trying to ruin
Mm.
my life for? I'm already going through enough mentally because of what the already put me through. So why would you go around telling people not to help me? That's the only reason y'all hearing about the shit now. So quit trying to make it seem like I'm just out here my father. That's sick. No, it's never game. Stop saying that. I am not one of you lace ass niggas. Not gonna be out with no nigga that I call my father. I don't know what type of lace ass shit y'all be on, but that's not me. Motherfuckers actually went through some real shit. Look, that's why motherfuckers even ended up in once. My mother didn't want to help me. Cause after he got out of jail, I told his I ended up telling my mom what was going on. After he got out of jail, I told my mama what happened. My mama did not believe me. My mama went to his sister and everybody else was telling him I was lying. I was telling them with a sob story. Y'all just seen the shit for y'all too. I don't have to lie on them, one of them game. I don't even want to be putting them in this type of situation. This shit would have been aired out if I didn't have no love for my mom and my dad, gang. Because I actually do love them, but it's still now I don't give a fuck if they don't have no help for me. Why would I keep helping them? Why would I?
And for those of you wondering, right, in the bag and stuff like that, those that always got some shit to say, all right, as a victim, yes, even if you get, victimized by your parents, you're always going to love your parents. You may not like what they do, you may hate what they do, but that doesn't change the fact that as a child, all you want is your parents' love and affection. But some people don't understand that.
Why would I keep taking up for them and they not even caring about their daughter? That's what y'all not understanding. I don't give about nothing y'all talking about. Like, why would I ask this man to have sex, bro? Y'all know me, y'all know. I got a body. If y'all know me, y'all know I got a body for days. Why would I need my father to have sex with me? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense, gang. I don't know, y'all slow. Everybody's slow. Everybody's slow, gang. I'm grown in the body old teeth. Same shit. Same shit in my eyes. Why would I need my father? Why would I tell my father to have sex with me?
Shout out to the hubby.
Y'all are slow. Y'all are
Hola,
lost.
guapo.
Y'all are so lost. Y'all are so lost. I can tell. Y'all are lost. Y'all are hella lost in the sauce. That's no shame. Shit. I said, I can keep believing Victoria or whoever else. I really don't give a. That's all on y'all. They're gonna be lying to y'all, not me. I don't give no more. Yeah, but that's all I have to say about that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Tell Victoria don't go live about me no more. I'm screw record this motherfucking voice clip.
You could tell that, you could tell that she's really, really pissed off at her mom, yo. Like, she's calling her by her first name, yeah. All I can say to this young lady is keep your head up. All right, both of you. All right, when the people who, created you, betrayed you, God becomes the parent they refuse to be. Right? She needs counseling. She needs healing. She needs love. And her parents, they need to be in prison. Straight up. Because protecting, a predator is just as evil as being one. Like, do y'all think parents who protect predators should, face charges too? And be real, man. Listen, I would love to hear your honest opinion on that situation. All right? Listen, y'all can leave the comments down below when y'all, catch the replay. All right. If you passing through and listen to what I'm saying, man, you can leave your comment right there in the chat. But either way, man, let's get the discussion started. All right. Especially for those of you that catch the replay. Do y'all think parents who protect predators should face charges too? And I feel as though they should. All right. These women out here want to be in a man's face so bad that that they'll allow him to touch their children. All right. That's the part that makes my blood boil. How thirsty do you gotta be for male attention to sacrifice your own children's safety? It's sick. It's sad. And it happens more than people acknowledge. Some mothers be so desperate for love, all right, that they'll let their daughters drown just to keep a man. Get the fuck out my space, yo. Why do y'all think some women choose men over their own kids? That's that's the biggest sickness that a woman out there, that those women that I call Lilith in disguise, could have.
After some shit happened to me and post that shit too. Bitch, I'm sorry. Damn, they don't know who y'all is. Y'all ain't no real friends. Y'all are sick individuals. Fuck you. No, about it going live, like, she wanted.
Okay, so now I see pictures of the daddy, I see pictures of the mama, I see other pictures of her. I'm still trying to find her page, and I'm trying to find the mom, but I did find.
Dude, but how did you do it? Because I'm over here trying to find everything that you found. I'm like, all right, fuck it. We going to do a Carlos King reaction. We just going to do it, all right? Because I ain't got the patience to sit here. And I was like, damn, I don't even know their last names or none of that, man. But Carlos got this. He did his thing, man. Shout out to Carlos King, all right? Shout out to Texas.
Find the dad's page, but it don't look like he's been on there for a minute. But this is some crazy shit, and it's just so sickening to see people coming at her like this. And then one thing about the internet, I do know, and I have noticed, is like if you don't let people troll you, and you kind of snap back at them, it makes people go against you instantly. They feel like you got a rude and nasty attitude. They don't want to be there for you and shit like that. So,
Welcome,
that's a part of that. But what can you expect? She's
right?
trying to get this off of her chest. This is some shit that'll make a person snap. But it's just lame to be coming at people like this, treating her like that, talking crazy to her. If
I agree
anything,
with
these
you.
dudes that's in the comment section and stuff like that, I'm guessing hell, they should be encouraging her. You know what I'm saying, and things like that. But to be coming at somebody is just lame. Let's get back.
Nah, man. People on these social media apps make you look at them sideways. Listen, I've seen people on here that I've tried to give the benefit of the doubt that today, right now, all right, I'm sitting in front of y'all saying that I'm looking at them, side eye, like, whoa, wait a minute, all right? You say you're not like this, but you're saying this. This is coming out your mouth. You're protecting a predator. You're behaving like a predator. And it's like, let me keep my distance because, you know, we've come across predators in these platforms and they disguise themselves. Not every avatar is who they say they are. All right? I want y'all to remember that.
Into it though.
Cook or something. There's anything, everything that has something to do with Ayana, your thirsty muppet looking ass always on like that. Game. I'm hella grown. Hold the up. Hold up, Mimi, big. Yo, nasty mouth ass, just get off live. Please get off the live about me. Like, I don't even know. I don't even understand your point. Like, I don't even know you, and the fact that you steady getting on Facebook every time I'm
Was she on
arguing with
Facebook? You know I
somebody,
wasn't tripping.
anything just on my. I never got into it with you before. Nothing like you is a singing game. I can tell. Then for all the people that keep saying I allowed that man to me, y'all are so lost.
They really
So
are.
lost. Like, I don't understand where y'all seeing me ask this man to come book me. I'm confronting him about me asking about shoes, clothes, things. And this man is coming to me telling me he has $200 for me to do something. Now, once I see in the messages, I'm agreeing to this shit. Or I'm just like,
She sure didn't.
And that shit is fucked up, yo. Like the dad is basically saying that he'll give her money, but she gotta do something for that bread. Are you fucking serious? Your daughter's not a fucking prostitute or a hoe from the street. Like, yo, the mom know how this man is. Listen, I'm trying to keep my composure, man. Listen, let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about the daughters born to women who have no love for them. All right, that's a pain you don't forget. How can you love your own child, a child who didn't ask to be here, a child who came into the world because of your actions, and instead of guiding her, protecting her, teaching her, you send her into a world full of demons waiting to prey, on the weak. That's not motherhood. That's abandonment disguised as fucking parenting. Excuse my French. What does real motherhood mean to you? All right?
okay with it. I'm snapping on him. Like what? And it got to a point where after the fact, he kept doing it. He didn't care that he kept saying I was white. I left it alone. I didn't care at that point because, for one, nobody believes me. Why would I keep going on about some things that no one believed me? So regardless, if I'm telling everybody, hey, mind you, this shit, you need to drop this shit for real. I'm into what happened to the city right now. This shit pissing me off. Girl, I don't care about nobody being into the city. They don't like me. No way. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all make your own scenarios about me every fucking year, every month, like every day. Like what is we talking about, gang? Who's gonna allow their father to them? What do y'all not understand? I'm steady telling y'all shit happened when I was younger. I ended up rolling with my mom that was beating on me. I had to, bro, I am. But I'm gonna text you later because you've been knowing what's going on too. But anyways, you're right. But that ain't even that. Like bro, I'm so sick of y'all. Y'all swear up and down I'm gonna be using the next month or overly want to do some extra shit. Like, no. Then talking about some, I brought it to social media to get why did your son be over there? Oh my god, y'all think right about my son? I have my son, gang. Shut up. Then y'all said he talking about some, why you going to social media? You want attention. First of all, this was never a attention thing at all. I really don't get her this shit. Mind you, the shit been going on because Ben knew. So if I was really causing for attention, wanting attention game, y'all would have knew about this shit game. The only reason y'all heard about this shit now be trying to make my life harder than what it be. I already let go and let God, gang. That's what I'm trying to let go and let God, gang. I walked through my truth already, gang. That's what I'm not understanding. I didn't already walk through my truth. So of course I wasn't gonna post it on Facebook at first. But every time I look up, gang, this man and this woman, gang, I don't know what I did to y'all.
It gets you pissed off to the point where it's like, all right, fuck it. I want to pretend y'all like this. Let me expose your true colors. I understand the shorty. I know exactly what the shorty is going through. Listen, this young lady was thrown into a battlefield with no armor. All right. She was raised by a woman who didn't know how to love her and a man who didn't know, how to protect her. And yet she still found the courage to speak up. That's strength. That's bravery. That's God working through her, even when her parents, weren't. She's fighting demons they created and she's still standing tall. Why do y'all think victims are often, how can I say, stronger than the people who hurt them? I mean, as crazy as it sounds, a lot of victims are stronger than the people that, hurt them. And it's because of the, test that they're passing. I mean, it might sound crazy to y'all, but if y'all listening carefully to what I'm saying, y'all will understand. Listen, we're going tomorrow, all right? Because Carlos King has a part 2. And apparently the dad confesses to doing what he's going to do. All right. So we're going to play part 2 because I want to touch on the other two subjects, other two topics too. All right. And I do got the link down below. All right. In case anybody, wants to touch on those topics when I do get started on them. All right. But let me give my little commentary and then y'all want to hit the link. Let a shorty know in the chat. And, I'll drop it again if I have to. But listen, this young lady, she will have a testimony forever. Like, God isn't finished with her. Not yet. Her story ain't over. It is just beginning. Sometimes, God lets you walk through, hell so you can come out with a message that saves somebody else. And that's what she's doing. She's breaking generational curses. Her parents were, how can I say, too weak to face. And how can I say it? Her parents were too weak to face the reality. Too weak to break the curse. So she's becoming the woman her mother should have been. I mean, everybody has their own testimony. I could be wrong on this, but everybody has their own testimony. She has hers. I have mine. All right. Hey, we can go about this in so many ways. But everyone has a testimony to give. Hers is just this way. Listen, So to that young lady and every young lady like her, hear me clearly. You're not what they did to you. You're not their lies. You're not their betrayal. You are God's child, and He will rebuild everything they tried to destroy. Your parents failed you, but your future won't. Your voice won't. Your healing won't. And your story will save somebody else's daughters. Trust and believe that. Believe it or not, at one point I didn't think that my story would help anybody. But it came a point in time where my story actually did help a lot of young ladies. When I thought that it didn't, it actually did. All right. So sometimes a lot of us don't even realize it, but we're just, how can I say, a seed of hope, if y'all understand where I'm coming from. Let me see. I'm trying to get the phone to play, but it's not letting me, little fucker. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get this down to let me. I don't know why it's not playing the damn song real quick, so I can get the next title started. Why is fucking StreamYard fucking with me right now? Hold on 1 second. What the hell? Oh no. Can we do it now? Oh, it's telling me that my file is too big. Why? That's crazy. Alright, so while we get the other video, give me 1 second. Alright. So we're about to hit a whole different topic right now. Alright, so give me 1 second. I don't know why the hell my StreamYard is really messing with me right now. That's unbelievable. It definitely is. This is skipping everything. Yeah. Oh, here it. Hey! Stop messing with me.
Yeah, they say time makes you wiser. But sometimes it just makes you see things for what they really are. We had a deal, right? Ryders4Life. I guess the ink ran dry on that one. Some people got a place in my heart, but not in my life. Cause when I tell you that it hurts, Lord, it really hurts. Seeking the light, we gotta understand the truth. Not everyone that rides with you is really for you. Loyalty first, yeah, that was the deal. But sometimes family and friends don't wanna see you win. For real. Yeah, I see the envy in your eyes, but you're screaming. Yeah. Let that warmth wash over you. Like a needle dropping on classic vinyl. We are finding our groove. Every seed planted in the dark is finally reaching for the sun. The roots are strong, and the growth is beautiful. Just breathe and take it in. Listen close. You are the seed he is planting, a beacon in the night, darkening. In the fire's glimmer, your light shining through the shadows. You break through with your love. The world anew, every ember that you ignite burns brighter in the morning light. Through the storm, your love remains an eternal flame without the pain. Every heartbeat is a rhythm, every breath is a song. Holding the vision, we're staying strong. You are the seed he is sowing. In the fire's dance, you are growing. God in the soul, yeah. We're forever expanding, yeah. A beacon of hope, we're the last one standing. Your heart's warmth, a light in the night, guiding us through the endless fight. In the soil of the soul, the roots take hold. A story of glory that's gotta be told. And you're the spark in the dark, the flame in the cold. A legacy rising brave and bold. No more shadows, no more doubt in the mind. Keeping the faith, we're leaving the struggle behind. From a tiny spark to a forest of light, we're reclaiming the day, we're owning the night. The seeds were planted in the tears and the strife. But look at the garden, look at the life. Standing together, we're blooming. The roots are deep, reaching into the earth. Out of the ashes, we are claiming our worth. Fueling the fire, yeah, we're taking the space. A monument of power standing strong in this place. The spirit shines, chasing away the gray, leading the charge as we conquer the day. The light is expanding, it's reaching the sky. We're spreading our wings, we're learning to fly. The fire is burning, but it doesn't consume. Clearing the path, we're clearing the room. Every seed is a promise, every flame is a sign. The future is yours, the future is mine. The flame is eternal, it never goes out. Building the legacy, that's what it's about. From the seed to the sun, the work is being done. The victory is here, the battle is won. The garden is grown, the harvest is here. Washing away every shadow and tear. Lifting the voices, yeah, we rise and ascend. A force of nature, on that you depend. The dawn has broken, the stars align. Walking in purpose, the glory is we are the harvest, the fruit of the tree, unlocking the shackles and setting it free. The water is flowing, the river is wide, with nothing to bury and nothing to hide. The branches are heavy, the season is grand, the healing of love is restoring the land. Forever expanding, the seed is growing. Ryders4Life, and that's on everything North Philly, baby.
All right, y'all. Let's get back into this, John. Now, let me ask y'all a question. I don't know if anybody's still in the damn chat, but hey, we're going to continue with the live anyways, all right? If y'all know me, y'all know me. I'm going to still continue with the live, all right? Listen, I don't know if y'all know about Lil G, all right, and the social media crash, all right? Now, Lil G, I heard about Lil G when I first started TikTok. So, all right, y'all. Let's move on to the, this Lil G situation, because this one right here, woo! It's messy, tragic, confusing, and actually, honestly, just sad. See, like I said just a minute ago, right? I used to see this guy all over my TikTok and then my YouTube shorts feed. And believe it or not, because my shorty liked it, like she liked watching the little videos. He used to do little dances and be like, yes, sir, with his kids and his, his girl. All right. And it wasn't bad. All right. It was goofy. It was, lighthearted. It made my baby smile and dance. And that alone made me happy. So to go from seeing that joy to hearing about murder charges is wild how fast social media flip your whole world upside down. So in a minute, we're about to get into the video. All right. And what's even crazier is I've only heard one person really touch on this topic. One. And that's because somebody sent me the video. All right. I've been trying to do my own research, scrolling, searching, digging, but I couldn't find the original videos. So all I could find was just people talking about it on TikTok and Instagram. So shout out to, what's his name? Look at Jazzy, I think is his name, for actually bringing awareness instead of just chasing views. Because everybody else want to gossip, but nobody want to break down the real issue behind the chaos. Why do y'all think people talk, around a situation instead of, talking about it? Now, before we watch this video, I want to say this. From what I've heard, I don't even know if she's the aggressor or the victim. And that's the scary part. Social media gives you pieces of a puzzle, but never the whole picture. You see clips, you see reactions, you see people yelling, but you don't see the truth. All right. And when emotions are high, when relationships are toxic, when anger, is boiling, anybody can become the aggressor or the victim, in the blink of an eye. Like, do y'all think social media makes it harder to, know who's actually telling the truth? All right. Now, when I was reading on, about this, case, I found an article. That's all you could find. Right. It seemed like this happened on 7th, if I'm not mistaken, or July 11th. I'm not sure. We're gonna, get into the video real quick, and I'm gonna finish reacting to the video with y'all. All right. If there's anybody, YouTube is on this job, but shout out to the ones on Facebook and on Twitter. All right. But I'm gonna say this before we, press play. Like, what really blew my mind was this, right? We have a case where, it's a house full of people, and not one person tried to defuse the situation. Not one. Everybody's just standing around waiting for something to happen, reporting, watching, whispering, like, they were waiting for a show instead of preventing a tragedy. And that's the problem with this generation. Everybody want to be, how can I say, a cameraman, but nobody wants to be a peacemaker. Why do y'all think people record danger instead of, stopping? All right, let's get into this story real quick. StreamYard acting slow for the shorty right now. Usually, man, I can get these little videos boom, back to back, but hey.
This situation just took a big turn. From judging from the outside and based off what Lil G said, it seems it was just an innocent female and just forced to fight, and she had to do to defend herself. But after all this new evidence that came out, and after this video, definitely shows, for one, she ain't as innocent as they're trying to make it, but also this definitely stemmed from some death. But it's so crazy because out of everybody that was in there, nobody tried to defuse the situation. I ain't gonna lie, because at this point, the motive is questionable.
Let's watch the video. Let's see what's up.
Is that Chris?
Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. Look at Jay here, y'all. Back with another video, man. And today, y'all, we got a crazy and another wild video to talk about. Now, it seems like in today's classroom, once again, y'all, we got TikTok star Jada Michelle on the roster. And it seems like we got another update on the whole situation where she has been charged with M. Right now, she is being held with a $250,000 bond.
It is wild, right? You rising up on TikTok, reaching fame, you and your husband. Because in reality, she's just really his co-star. The wife, that's the one he's calling Jessica. Like, I've seen their videos, I've seen, a few of their lives and stuff like that. I don't think they really go live, but I think I've seen them go live maybe once or twice if I'm not mistaken. So, like I said, their little videos be, goofy. They just be dancing. And the boy, the husband, all he be saying is, "Yes, sir." He started doing it with different content creators and stuff like that, and it started becoming viral. So, let's continue with the video and let's see what's really going on. Because there's not really much out there when it comes to this. It's like just people talking about it.
After she jabbed a woman that tried to attack her in her home. But new evidence came out. He jabbed him. Right now, she is being held with a $250,000 bond after she jabbed a woman that tried to attack her in her home. But new evidence came out and new videos came out, and this situation don't look as green as we thought, and it seems like she may be in the tough case. Now we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show y'all everything and the reason why, because video has came out of the incident that happened prior 4 days to her doing what she's doing, but also the day of. Now, before we get into this real quick, y'all know my routine. Just hit that like button, you feel me? And comment, tap in if y'all tapped in down below. And also smash the notification bell. So for one, I can keep y'all updated on this situation. But also, bro, y'all can just be notified.
I told y'all we was gonna continue to watch the video together. I didn't really watch the video.
Now, if y'all haven't seen my last video, if y'all haven't,
listen, I ain't really watched the video. All right, I watched maybe like 5 minutes of it. I don't even know how much we into it right now. Let me see. I hate when it does that. Can I see how long I've been? Okay, 2 minutes into it. I only watched 5 minutes of this, John. All right. So I know he's got the clips because I tried searching for the clips. Like I said earlier, we're gonna review, all right, and react to this together. I'm gonna give my honest commentary, all right, my honest opinion. But there's nothing more that I could do, than just give my honest opinion and my honest commentary. All right, like, I feel as though that some people just need to choose, their friends wisely or keep your circle small. Because the wrong crowd will, hype up chaos just to have something, to post later. Literally, like I feel as though nobody benefited from this situation. From the article that I was reading, like not Lil G, not his wife, not the people in the house, not the fans, not the family, nobody. Like it's just not worth it. Like one person in a casket, the other behind bars, and the rest of the world sitting on their phones saying, "Damn, that's crazy." Like it's entertainment. Like I'm not really sure what led to Lil G's wife stabbing the person that she stabbed. But from what I read, it sounds like self-defense. I'm not so sure. All right. He's going off by the clip, but let's watch the clip. All right. Now, I've heard a lot of people tell me that when I do watch the clip, all right, it's not going to really explain nothing. I'm going to be left with more questions than anything. So let's see. I mean, I don't see him being left with so many questions. So let's see what happens.
I've been aware, which is the video's performing well. A TikTok star that goes by the name of Jada Michelle. She's known for being on TikTok alongside with her baby daddy, Lil G, the little short Mexican nigga. They're doing a little back in blood trying to, yes, sir, do a little funny dance. She had been trending on social media because she had got locked up after she took the life of an 18-year-old girl, after she jabbed her in her temple after a fight that ended up leading to a home and things got ugly. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie.
So that's true. Like, and it's crazy because we got two topics, this topic and the next topic. I'm not sure if Jada is in her 20s yet, but I'm not sure. I think she should be in her 20s by now. Early 20s. What I mean, like 20 or 21 maybe. Probably 19. Not sure. But it seems like, the shorty that she stabbed, and she stabbed her in the eye for whatever the reason was. Now, rumors are going around saying that it was for a boy. Now, if it was for a boy, Jada's with, Lil G. Could it be that something happened with, Lil G and the shorty, or the shorty was interested in Lil G? I don't know what the fuck happened. All right, but let's watch.
Well, I know I'm looking dirty.
Blessings, Miss April Showers.
I'm looking bummy. but at least I ain't broke. At least I got some money in my pocket. And y'all can too. All y'all gotta do is download Tester Up. Bro, Tester Up is literally a platform where they're paying, bro. Y'all, these companies are billions and millions of dollars. Sign up, start getting your bread today. It was told. She article and from all her friends below, or this little barcode right here.
Oh my God.
Sign
I'm trying
up,
to get
start
to the
getting your bread
story.
today.
All right, can y'all leave this for the end, man? This is what I'm gonna do too, man. Because when I start doing these little things that YouTube want me to do, all right, I'm leaving it for the end. Can we leave these things for the end? If people want to watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. But come on, man. Like, it's kind of like having a damn ad. That's why I'm on my premium channel right now. To not get an ad, but I still get an ad, all right, without the ad.
Y'all can thank me later. Shout out to Tester Up, bro. Now, from the news article and from all her friends, it was told she got into a tussle. Jada ended up going home. The victim ended up following her into her home, being aggressive, and she had to use her stand your ground law, and she ended up jabbing a woman, and the woman passed away after being on life support. But it seems like the victim friends, it don't look so good. So y'all remember how they said that the incident started because not only was it quote unquote by the man, but allegedly they had got into a fight like 4 days before the incident happened, and it was overdue. Be honest, Jada don't look like the innocent person here, bro.
Let's see. Is this Jada? Let's see. It says the aggressor, but she wasn't no fighter though. Oh, okay. And Dariah says she wasn't trying to fight her. Fuck out of here.
But I ain't fighting over no dick, I'm fighting over my respect. And you gonna respect me this whole, you gonna respect me. You gonna leave or you gonna...
Oh, wait, why y'all cut it off?
Now, as y'all see,
Y'all just gonna cut it off like that? Y'all could have blurred it.
I had to cover up because I couldn't show too much. But you can literally see, you feel what I'm saying? Jada being into an altercation with a woman, and the victim, India, the one that lost her life, you can literally hear her say, I'm not about to fight you over no dick. And Jada said out about her mouth, it ain't about the dick, it's about my respect. And then she was the aggressor and swung on the female. Now, what made this video so disgusting is because it seems like it's just such a nasty video. Like, it just screamed ratchetness, bro. You can literally see, which I had to blur it. Jada was in her drawers and her bandage, bro. Like, I mean, in her drawers and her bra. Like, no cap. But also,
why was all those people in her house? I mean, let's go back real quick. Hold on, wait a
Jada don't look like the innocent person here, bro.
You mad? You said
why was all these people? See, when I read the report, right, the report said that she got jumped. Now, let me see. Because in the report, it says she got jumped, right? She was in a tussle, but the video right here, this is Jada. And she does look like she's throwing hands first.
But I ain't fighting over no dick, I'm fighting over my respect. And you gonna respect me this whole, you gonna respect me. You gonna leave or you gonna...
Now, as y'all see, I had to cover up because I couldn't show.
But here's my question. I get he's showing this video, but was this the first incident? Because in the incident report, it says that they followed Jada into the house after Jada and them fought outside. So it looked like they came in and fought again.
Too much, but you can literally see, you feel what I'm saying? Jada being into an altercation with a woman in the big India, you can literally hear her say, I'm not about to fight you over. It ain't about the dick, it's about my respect. It did. Now, what made this video so disgusting is because it seems like it's just such a nasty video. Like, it just screamed ratchetness, bro. You can literally blur it. Jada was in her drawers and her bandage, bro. Like, I mean, in her drawers and her bra. Like, no cap. But also, she's in a house with like 3 different dudes. And the crazy thing about it, they just sat and watched the whole thing go down. Now, this was the beginning. But this will make it crazy. Now, what's important is after the situation, they got into another altercation, right? Where the girl ended up fighting Jada in the parking lot, and it ended up somehow Jada ended up going inside the house, and the woman was being aggressive, and that's
So
why she
Jada
did.
ended up inside the woman's house. Hold up.
But y'all remember that video I showed y'all? The one where I said, y'all don't understand what's going on in that video. I'm sorry I made y'all watch it. No, I'm dumb. That's my fault. Only due to the fact that it's hard for me to interpret the video when there is no sound. The video, everything was right in your face. You remember that part of that video? Everybody in the comments was like, oh, why they stealing something out of the house? They just ratchet, da, da, da. No. Apparently, Jada was actually staying with the girl. Apparently, the girl was actually staying with Jada, however you want to put it. Because when they was coming over there, taking things out the house, apparently those were items from the victim, right? But also in that same video, we missed it. You can literally see India running like this. She had been jabbed. And from the video to that point on, before she ran out, whatever, they never even got into a scuffle. It just seemed like there was an altercation where they was yapping at the mouth. And all you see is a woman run downstairs and her doing this. And you can literally.
And that's my thing. This kind of sounding like kind of almost the Kanika Jenkins story. Hold up, wait a minute. All right, so we're watching edited videos now. How do we know which order they belong in? Because according to the reports were a little different. So hold on one second.
You see Jada outside emptying the purse, and you can see things outside that might seem like it happens to be the belongings of the victim.
What the fuck was that? The video is not really showing nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, these videos ain't really showing nothing. They get cut off and everything. I guess this is the altercation outside. See, I don't know. I think the altercation outside happened first. I'm trying to get the fucking police report, and this shit is still loading.
Now, we all just saw that video. You can literally see a woman upstairs grabbing something, and it seems like that person came with India, but she was grabbing things, and then she runs, and you run out of it like this because she had just been jabbed, right? But not to mention, right after she did that, Jada was emptying some out of a bag. Now when Jada got to fighting, the girl came up over there and tried to fight her again. But when you look at the video, it seems like they at most having a confrontation. Nothing physical happened, right? The only thing you know is what was said downstairs or what was done downstairs, because in the FaceTime video, you don't see what happened. All you can see is somebody running downstairs. So that split little second when she went upstairs, but apparently it wasn't no fist being thrown. It was simple words. Now at that point, I don't even know if that's stand your ground, because it'll be different if some talking trade to you or somebody being aggressive trying to you. So
I'm hoping that y'all can hear me. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, but like I said, I'm going to share this Instagram video that I got real quick because I want y'all to listen to what the people, the police officer that was at the scene actually said. This is why I'm a little confused with this video. See, now, on this one, I couldn't really find the actual clips that he has. No, no, no. I couldn't, but
Parking
uh, let's start the video over.
lot. Once that fist fight was
All right, so let's hear what the sergeant got to say real quick, so that you can see that. Listen, what this police officer and witnesses are saying is completely different to what social media is saying. And then the police report is out there too, saying what this sergeant is saying.
this is
Oh,
a stabbing call, assault, aggravated assault at 1700 C spray happened Wilkins Willkens. So we have one victim at the hospital, 18-year-old female. She's been stabbed in the temple. We have a suspect who's in custody who is cooperating with us. She's in her early 20s, and she actually lives at the apartment complex where all this occurred. So what we're being told by witnesses and other folks that live in that area is that our suspect lives by herself in an apartment there, downstairs apartment. Today, her and three friends, one of them including our victim, went to some type of pool party earlier to yesterday or this afternoon or last afternoon. They ended up coming back home, and the two individuals, our suspect and victim, got into an argument over a boy, is what we're being told. They started with a fist fight out in the parking lot. Once that fist fight was more or less over,
I'll pause it right here because I want to say this. Right, it's starting to sound like self-defense to Jada. I get where the bull is coming from, right? But I think he's watching the videos not in the proper order. If I'm explaining myself right, I hope I am. All right. But shout out to, Jet. This is why I want to find clips myself. All right. So if y'all find the clips, right, all the clips, man, y'all could DM a shorty. All right. I'll find a way, that we could play them, blur the fight if we have to. But shit, look, listen, let's talk about it. All right. Because this is wild. All right. Like, we got content creators that are becoming famous on these social media platforms, right? And over, how can I say, over, the heat of, how can I say, over an argument, the heat of the moment, right? Their whole life gets thrown away. And this is something that I'm seeing constantly over here. You got Jada talking about that it was about respect, right? It wasn't really about a boy. So I'm not sure what's really going on. Is it really, did she disrespect her husband or something and disrespect her? What happened at the pool party? And my thing is, right, why would they follow Jada into her apartment, which the officer says that Jada, has a loan? So it seems like, Lil G and Jada don't live together. All right. So it seems like Jada was living by herself in the apartment with her kids. Something happened, that day in that pool party. They was at the pool party first, not at the house having the altercation, like in the video that the guy was showing us. But shout out to him for trying to, put the videos together. All right. According to the reports, the altercation started at the pool party. Why would these girls follow her to her house? Y'all are inside her house now. Now, we're gonna go back to the video that he was showing yesterday, right? Now, y'all see that the girls were inside the apartment in the video that we were just showing, we were just seeing from the guy that the content creator that we were watching, right? I'll get back to his name in 1 second, but I'm gonna go into his YouTube real quick. Let's see if we can get the video he uploaded to that before this one. All right, because we're gonna get into it real quick. All right, this video he should have a longer clip. So we're gonna get into the part where he shows the clips. All right, so we're gonna finish this video real quick, let it play, and then we're gonna get back to the video that he uploaded prior to the one we just watched, right? And either way, however you look at it, it sounds like Jada, it was still in self defense because okay, y'all had an altercation at a pool party. She goes home, right? Then y'all follow her to the house. Her house is now full of a whole bunch of people, not just the girl she had the altercation with. All right, she's in her bra and panties. Obviously, that was her house. So, I mean, that's why in this video she was in her bra and panties. But it seems like that's not the first video. That's not the first place the altercation took place. My thing is, it's still self defense. All right, you walked into this woman's house to try to finish a fight that we don't know if you won or lost. Ended up being stabbed. A fight that nobody even jumped in, intervened, or stopped. Is what fucks me up in the head. And they're trying to charge her with murder. I don't listen. Self defense is self defense. And then this is in Texas. I thought that was, a stand up your what is it, stand your ground type of state. They came to fight her in her crib. It wasn't the victim's crib. According to them, it was the perpetrator's crib. So how is she the perpetrator when they came into her house? You know what? Let's continue.
Our suspect went into her apartment, was inside there, and our victim decided to follow her back into the apartment, and the fight began again. And that inside the apartment is where we're being told that our victim was stabbed in the temple by the suspect during another fight that occurred inside the apartment. The victim fell, ran out to the parking lot, collapsed again. Folks that live at the apartment tried to help her as best they could. Ambulance got there, took her to the hospital. Right now, she's currently, the doctor's basically telling us that she is on life support. So it's not looking good for her. So prayers for her and her family and everything. And then the suspect, she stayed at the scene. Once we knocked on the door enough, that she was willing to come out and talk to us. And officers are out there, investigators are going out there to just collect any kind of evidence. So right now, again, investigators are doing what they do and try to figure out and talk to the DA's office and see where it goes from there.
Visit the on.
All right, so let's get back to the video. With what is it? Look it's Jay. There you go. That's his name. Look it's Jay. I left the link for anybody that wants to go check the video out themselves without my commentary. All right, it's down below. So let's get to this video. All right, so this is the video that he uploaded yesterday. All right, and I fast forward all the way to the arrest.
Over, our suspect went into her apartment, was inside there, and our victim decided to follow her back into the apartment, and the fight began again. And that inside the apartment is where we're being told that our victim was stabbed in the temple by the suspect during another fight that occurred inside the apartment. The victim fell, ran out to the parking lot, collapsed again. Folks that live at the apartment tried to help her as best they could. Ambulance got there, took her to the hospital. Right now, she's currently, the doctor's basically telling us that she is on life support. So it's not looking good for her. So prayers for her and her family and everything. And then the suspect, she stayed at the scene. Once we knocked on the door enough, that she was willing to come out and talk to us. And officers are out there, investigators are going out there to just collect any kind of evidence. So right now, again, investigators are doing what they do and try to figure out and talk to the DA's office and see where it goes from there. The does live at that apartment. The victim, we're not sure where she lives at right now.
And give the ages again of the victim and the suspect.
Our victim is 18-year-old female, and again, she's in the hospital on life support, and our suspect is in her early 20s.
Now, as y'all see,
All right, so we're gonna fast forward to the clip. All right, it should be at 9:51. I think it was right here.
on purpose, videos don't lie. And then she posted this video.
You see what I'm saying? On this video, look, they're all outside. Jada's in the apartment. Y'all see what I'm saying? Oh, they're like, this shit is wild. So is she really the aggressor? Or is she the victim? And the victim is the aggressor. That's what makes it so confusing. But even though this video has no audio, you know Jada was the one that went back into the apartment, her apartment, and they followed because they wanted to continue to fight. So they entered her property. Look at this. See what I'm saying? On this video, you see them going into Jada's house. That's why I said the video that he's watching, they was already in the house arguing. Look. They came in. Jada walked somewhere over there. The girl with the camera. Look. I'm guessing one of these two chicks over here is the chick that, you know, Jada fought. See, she was going to go up the steps and then went that way. Why is this girl going up somebody's house? This is not even her house. She all up in somebody's bedroom. And they recording this shit is the wild part. This is not even her house. All up in somebody's bedroom. Look, see, now the victim, well, the one they call victim comes out running. She should have went up the steps with her. But my thing is, you shouldn't have been in that fucking house. You shouldn't have been in there. After y'all had an altercation, why was you in this house? Why did you even go in there? It's not like she came back looking for them. She went back
Now,
in there.
listen, I truly apologize for when y'all watched that 3-minute video with no sound. And
you didn't have to, because after reading the reports, watching the sheriff talk about it, all right, that explains the videos. You're just watching them in the wrong order. All right. Now I suggest Boo go get the videos in the right order, and then you're gonna understand the play. I understood it by just reading the report. What 10 minutes of anger would do, all right? It will ruin your whole life. Sometimes we just have to learn how to walk away. It seemed like Jada tried to walk away, but she got pursued by a whole bunch of people. All right, that was her apartment. She didn't share that apartment with nobody in that. I mean, her man should know her. So I mean, I don't know if the the girl that lost her life, the family is now scratching. Listen, we know how teenagers are. We know how these get-togethers get. And as crazy as it sounds, if my son was wrong, my son was wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and keep defending the fact. All right, he lost his life knowing that he got into some shit that he should have walked away from. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, if my son is one of those kids, I'm not going to sit here and defend that shit. I'm not. Because then that's invading the bullshit.
To be honest, me watching that, I generally didn't even know what I was looking at, bro. I really feel like the best thing she could do is just tell her side of the story without showing the video. You can just see women, but you really can't see nothing. It seemed like somebody was on FaceTime recording a call, probably just being messy, but you really can't even see nothing. So
they was being messy because they left her downstairs trying to go grab. See, when the chick ran upstairs, you ain't even peep. Y'all have to go back and watch. She ran up the steps. The other chick went that way. The other chick went that way towards the kitchen or wherever Jada was at. Then the chick went up the steps trying to find something. What was she trying to find? They was trying to gang up on Jada and beat her the fuck up. That's what it was. If you really look at the video, if Jada gets a good lawyer, she could beat that case. But see, what I'm saying, the disrespect, all for social media, because these people were recording this shit for social media. As crazy as it sounds, yo. And that's why, see, I think Jada was the one that was saying that it's not about a boy, it's about respect. Jada threw the first punch. That's her fucking house. Self-defense. If you tell somebody to get the fuck out and they don't leave, and you have to, force them out, that's your fault. You're not beating this case. As crazy as it sounds, that's why I tell people to prepare for you. Man, oh my God, I could go about this in so many ways. Hold on one second. I gotta get the next video. All right, the next video is a little similar to this. All right, it's just a little similar, but let's be real, guys. I gotta say this. Social media is a blessing and a curse. It gives you attention, but it also gives you pressure. It gives you followers, but it also gives you enemies. It gives you opportunities, but it also gives you people who want to see you fail. Right? And when you mix fame and anger, all right, jealousy, relationship problems, in a house full of messy people, hey, it's a recipe for disaster. And that's what it seems like was happening here. Some way, somehow, Jada felt disrespected. A fight happened, occurred at the pool party. Jada went home, right? Got followed by the people she had the altercation with. It seems like a second fight was intended to happen. Right? And I don't know who was the one with the phone, right? It seems like the victim's mom, the one that, lost her life because she got stabbed in the eye, the 18-year-old. I don't know. That was her mom on the phone right there that they was doing this, the Skype call, the Zoom call, the FaceTime. All right. I'm not sure what type of, call it was, but it was, some type of Zoom call. All right. If she was the mom, like, bless, because everything was on. But I'm hoping that she wasn't. We know we got them moms out there. Like, let me see what's going on. Have somebody hold your phone, record this, and that's what it seemed like it was happening. Everybody had their phone recording. Jada was in her house. They went into her house. The saddest part is how fast everything changed. Right. 1 minute they're dancing, laughing, making content. The next minute, someone's life is gone. That's how quick anger can destroy everything. That's how quick one decision can ruin multiple lives. Right? And it makes you think how many tragedies could be avoided if, people just walked away instead of reacting. If people breathed instead of, exploding. If people talked instead of fighting. And this is why I say a lot of times these conversations matter because of these reasons. See, I'm not trying to reach y'all old heads out here that, are already hot heads, all right? Hot heads. I'm trying to reach the youth. So before we watch this video, all right, my bad, before we, hold on one second, guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. I had to get these teenagers under control in here with these damn Nerf guns, getting these dogs riled up. But listen, man, before we watch this, social media is not real life. Fame is not protection. All right. A crowd is not support, and recording is not helping. This situation is a reminder that you got to protect your peace, your circle, your emotions in your damn life. Because one wrong moment can take anything and everything away. And for Lil G and his wife, that moment already happened. As crazy as it sounds. That moment already happened. And sometimes, you just can't change the hands of time. So hopefully, they beat this case with the right lawyer. And listen, man, keep y'all circle small. Stop doing anything and everything for social media. I'm not sure if this was, for social media or not, but one thing I could tell you is I don't mix my personal life right with social media at all. Have I brought awareness about situations, in the past? Yes, I'm a survivor. All right. So there are certain stories that are out there. But what happens between, how can I explain that closed door is my business, not nobody else's business. All right. One thing is, how can I say bringing awareness to something, and another thing is, how can I say airing your dirty laundry on social media? There's two different things. All right. So we're about to get into this next topic, all right, because it's damn near a mirror of Lil G's situation, just darker, all right, faster and more heartbreaking. Because we're about to, talk about a TikTok feud that turned deadly. All right. So give me 1 second and we're going to get that video ready for y'all.
Yeah. Let that piano breathe for a second. Feel that heavy bass pushing through. Sometimes the world hits you exactly where it hurts the most, right when you think you're empty. But we don't break. We don't shatter. We just pick up the pen and rewrite the ending. Setting the stage. Let's go. In this arena of life, yeah, you've been taking scars, looking up from the gutter, but still aiming for stars. Don't stay down in the dirt, it's time to stand up tall. Let the blood on your face be the banner for the fall. See that crimson is a sign. Put the fire in your face. Life hits like a freight train, metal on the bone. But the strength is in the struggle that you've always known. Sharpen the result, let the blade get keen. Evolve through the fire, keep the vision clean. No cap, no fakes, just the truth in the ink. We're stronger than the moments that tried to make us blink.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
No savior coming, look inside for the light. God in the soul, we stay ready for the fight. The power is within you, that much is true. Focus on the goal and the strength inside of you. Determination is the fuel, we never gon' fold. Building the legacy, the greatest story ever told. Stop waiting for a hero to come through the door. The rescue is a ghost, you don't need it no more. Take the wheel of the soul, take the weight of the hand. Build your own kingdom on this shifting sand. When the doubt tries to creep and the shadows get long, that's just the percussion for your comeback song. Embrace every hurdle, let the pain be the feed. For that hunger in your chest, it's the only thing you need. It's a heavy weight to carry when you're doing it alone. But look at every milestone, look how much you've grown. The doubt is just a shadow, we can't dim the sun. We don't stop the marathon until the race is won. From the heart of the city to the soul of the man, taking the lead. We the masters of the plan. Ain't no rescue party, gotta find your own way. Standing our ground, we are stepping in the fray. The magic is alive, yeah, we feel it in our bones. Sitting like kings and queens on our own thrones. Grit is the fire, we refuse to break down. down. The mirror shows the battles, the lines upon the face, a testament to survival, moving at your own pace. Don't let the critics tell you how to write the script. You're the master of the vessel on this endless trip. When the storm clouds gather and the thunder starts to roll, that's just the universe testing the iron in your soul. We turn the heavy losses into lessons we can keep, awakening the giant that was only fast asleep. No nights of shining armor, we got to clear the road, lifting up the spirit, carrying the heavy load. The fire burns inside us, brighter than the sun. Keep pushing to the limit until the work is done. Courage is the compass, guiding through the cold, leaving our own footprints, the greatest story ever told. Pen is in your grip, no poison in the chalice when you take the final sip. You built this from the gravel, every stone you had to lay. Now watch the empire rising as the night turns into day. The echoes of the struggle, the ashes on our feet, now standing at the summit. Yeah, the victory is sweet. Yeah, from the heart. For the coach, we stay standing. The pen never stops. I'm just saying this shit. It just don't make no sense to me. We should be focused on how to come together and fix our communities. This is America. Setting the stage. Check the ink. This is America, yeah, land of the free, where you got to pay for water, even the air you breathe. Everybody screaming Black Lives Matter out loud, then turn around and kill each other, wiping out the crowd. Watching our kids die right before our eyes. Then we turn around and ask why, feeding the lies. This is America, where a teen girl loses her way, don't know what she wants to be. We give her a house and stamps for having 3 or 4 babies, you see. We'll aid and assist her life because she lost her path. But let a young boy have a baby, he feels the aftermath. His life is damn near over, his future put on hold. The system turns his back and leaves him standing in the cold. And it's a cycle, we keep spinning the same gears, drowning in the same doubts, crying the same tears. We feed the problem, then we wonder why it grows. We're just writing tragedy on every single page. Get the world witnessing the price we pay, living our lives in the land where the truth's gray. From the blocks to the sales, we don't ever fold. A story of a cycle that's gotta be told. Feel the struggle, see the pain in every line. Search in the dark, looking for a better sign. Nowadays, you can't trust no one. The love is all gone. When you do, niggas be having they panties in a bunch from dusk till dawn. Claiming the things that you accomplished in life is theirs to claim. Telling you you own one, trying to hijack your name. Nowadays, your closest friends turn to your worst enemies, and your own family members act like your biggest haters. Please, this is America, where they protect predators and bash the victims in the head. Envy in your eyes, but you want my trust instead. I can't tell if you're an enemy or a friend in disguise. I mean, back then I was naive, blinded by the lies. Now I'm older, some say wiser, and I play by the rules. I see the game clearly now. I'm nobody's fool. They just don't understand. They just don't understand that when you're in pain and alone, That's when you really know who you can really depend on. Yeah. You say you were a friend. Where were you when I needed a hand? Shit, you was following a trend. Yeah. We got guns in the streets, more magazines, but no mental health. Kids and parents on the bitter trip, destroying their own wealth. Too many people worrying about what others got in their pockets to spend instead of focusing on bettering themselves and making amends. See, I'm not in competition with nobody on this track. I'm in competition with the old me, and I ain't looking back. Trying to become a better version than I was yesterday. You watched as I drowned, but now I'm making my own way. While you in the dog pound, stay barking at the ground. It's funny how karma has a tendency of bringing things back around. Fighting the cold, standing in the pouring rain, breathing the smoke, trying to survive the pain. From the streets to the top, we are staying strong, showing the world this is where we all belong. Living the truth, see the spark begin to shine. Lifting the voice, it's our moment and our time. We talk about the freedom, but we living in a cage of gold, trading all our history for stories that are bought and sold. We gotta build the youth up, show them how to lead the way, instead of pointing fingers at the wreckage of the yesterday. No more silent waiting while the neighborhood is burning down. We gotta take the power back and wear it like a royal crown. It starts inside the mirror, yeah. It starts with how we stand, rebuilding every block until we finally reclaim the land. Breaking the chains, opening the heavy door, reclaiming the strength. We ain't hiding anymore. From the ground to the sky, watch the spirit rise. No more to see, we are looking through the lights, holding the hope, keeping every dream alive. We got the will, and we're ready to survive. Welcome to America, land of the free, where you gotta pay for water, even the air you breathe. Ryders4Life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby.
In the Bronx, a TikTok content creator is under arrest after he allegedly fatally stabbed a 17-year-old outside his home on Beach Avenue.
22-year-old Andrew Tolinche is known for his TikTok page where he antagonizes people on the street. When the victim and his friends were outside Tolinche's home, Tolinche allegedly stabbed the teen to death.
Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis live in the Melrose section of the Bronx with more. Marcus.
Well, Dave and Liz, we spoke with the victim's mother, who is grieving her son, but also pushing back against the narrative online that somehow her son for the last year, he's been a polarizing figure on TikTok known as DGB. But this afternoon in court, he was just Andrew Tolinche, arraigned on murder charges. Tolinche is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Jonathan Mello Wednesday afternoon.
I want justice for my son, and I am giving full space for the law.
This is surveillance video of the teenager sitting on the ground awaiting help shortly after the stabbing. Mello was riding with friends on scooters on Beach Avenue, the street where the suspect lives. Recently, there's been a TikTok trend of people traveling to Tolinche's building to troll or taunt the 22-year-old who has a previous arrest for raping a minor. The victim's mother says her son's group happened upon Tolinche arguing with someone in a car when the suspect allegedly went inside to get a knife. Mello was stabbed in the back. Online, theories abound that the teen was somehow involved.
I don't know what false narratives are out there about my son being involved in a social media dispute with this guy. There is absolutely no evidence of that. This is people running with information that they're grabbing from different videos.
Mello, who had no criminal record, was about to graduate from AEC-1, a charter school focusing on engineering and architecture. But the teen's mother says JJ, as he was known, was interested in real estate.
I had a wonderful son. I just want him to be remembered.
All right, listen, I got to rewind it back because it's a little low on my side. I'm not sure if it's that low on y'all side, but I gotta hear it back. Like I could have sworn that he said that the 22-year-old stabbed the 17-year-old while he had his back turned, right? But it seemed like the bull was like in the middle of a group that was probably coming at him in the car or something. Hold on.
With friends on scooters on Beach Avenue. The teenager sitting on the ground awaiting help shortly after the stabbing. Mello was riding with friends on Beach Avenue, where the suspect lives. Recently, there's been a TikTok trend of people traveling to Tolinche's building to troll or taunt the 22-year-old who has a previous arrest for raping a minor. The victim's mother says her son's group happened upon Tolinche arguing with someone in a car when the suspect allegedly went inside to get a knife.
So it wasn't even her son, it was people within the group. And I understand how that feels as a mother because listen, my son be sometimes it be him and his friends, and sometimes it be issues with like his friends and other people. There has been time where my son has been caught in the crossfire, and we've had to go out there. You see where I'm coming from? So I understand where this mom is coming from, and it's fucked up because it seems like because the 22-year-old, which is a convicted sex offender. All right, for those of y'all just wondering, which is why the crowd was coming at him. Seemed to go inside the house, grab a knife, and stab the young boy that was, they had his back towards him. I don't even think if he knew if the bull was talking to him or not. He was just confusing him with the other people in the crowd, which happens, and I think it's fucked up. This is why I say, man, shout out to the mothers out there, all right, that are a part of their sons' lives, their daughters' lives. What I mean by that is, all right, they listen. They take the time to listen. They're there every day. They ask questions. They're on that phone like a detective, all right? Because situations like this happen. All right, this is why I speak up on these stories and I don't get tired of it. All right, we got to speak up for our boys too. This situation is wild, man. Like, as crazy as it sounds, the bull got offended because they was, calling him names and shouting a whole bunch of stuff. But, dude, you still alive. You took the innocence of somebody and you still alive. I feel as though predators belong, 10 feet underground. I feel like, listen, man, I'm one of the people from Sparta. We are Sparta! And it's time to kick that motherfucker in a 10-foot dug hole, all right? To have a dance with the motherfucking devil himself. Because, like, he really let what people were saying get to him to the point where he had to go grab a knife and stab somebody that wasn't even facing him or threatening.
Mello was stabbed in the back. Online, theories abound that the teen was somehow involved.
I don't know what false narratives are out there about my son being involved in a social media dispute with this guy. There is absolutely no evidence of that. This is people running with information that they're grabbing from different videos.
Mello, who had no
the everything. He was the instigated all the fun stuff.
Tolinche is charged with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. As for that rape arrest last year, he was equipped with an ankle monitor that could be held without bail. We're live outside Bronx Criminal Court. Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness.
Yo, this shit is crazy. I'm not going to take their time. All right. This is wild. Like, these situations are wild. Like, it doesn't seem like it's over a TikTok next. All right. A 22-year-old charged, all right, for allegedly stabbing a teen. And let me start off by saying this loud and clear. Mental health, all right, is not an excuse for violence. It's lack of discipline. People love throwing mental health around like it's a hall pass for bad behavior. No. You still know right and you still know right from wrong. You still know when when to walk away. You still know when, you're crossing the line. Like, why do people think people use mental health to justify violence instead of, getting help? And I feel as though that's something that people, just throw out there. Like, it's, a little badge of honor. And let's be real. All right. Stabbing someone in the back will never be, how can I say, seen as self-defense ever. Whenever you stab somebody in the back, that means they weren't a threat at that moment. That means you had time to think. That means you could have ran, walked away, called somebody, done anything else, but you chose violence. All right, you chose the knife. You chose the moment that changed two families forever. What makes this even more disturbing is, the pattern from rape of a minor to murder of a minor, the next year. Like, what? Like, how do you escalate from harming a child to taking a life? That's not mental health, right? That's a dangerous person who keeps, getting chances. And every chance they get, somebody else pays the price. It's sickening, it's terrifying, and it shows how broken the system is. Why do y'all think society ignores the red flags until it's too late, until it's the devil knocking at your door? And let's talk about these, how can I say, these tolerant laws, these soft ass laws that they keep, how can I say, letting dangerous people walk free with. The system will imprison the innocent to live amongst the wicked. All right. But let the wicked roam free until, how can I say, they destroy another life. Like, it's backwards. It's disgusting. It's like the world is punishing the wrong people. Victims get trauma, predators get chances. All right. And then we wonder why tragedies keep happening over and over and over and over, like a repeated process. I could be crazy. I could be crazy. I could be tripping, right? Like, but do y'all think the justice system, protects the wrong people? I feel like it does, right? Like the whole, this whole situation is a reminder that social media beef is not real life, right? But the consequences, damn sure is. People get caught up in clout, comments, likes, and how can I say, petty arguments that they forget real life has real consequences. You can't stab somebody and then say, I was overwhelmed, baby. We're all overwhelmed. We're all stressed. We're all dealing with life, but we're not out here killing teenagers. All right, we're not out here unaliving teenagers. And let's talk about the teen, real quick. A teen, a child, somebody who didn't, even get a chance to grow up, make mistakes, learn life, or find their purpose. They're gone because somebody couldn't control their emotions. Gone because somebody wanted to win an argument. All right, that they don't even know if this is the person that started it. Gone because somebody didn't walk away. And now that family got to bury their baby over a damn TikTok view. Like, this generation is drowning in anger. Nobody knows how to breathe. Nobody knows how to, pause. Nobody knows how to say, this ain't worth it. Everything is instant. Instant reactions, instant violence, instant regret. And the sad part is these tragedies keep repeating because nobody's teaching emotional discipline. They're teaching clout. They're teaching chaos. They're teaching go viral. Hey, that's all you need in life, according to some people. All right, and I'm just speaking in general. But if that shoe fits, hey, wear that fucking bitch. So when I look at the story, I don't just see a youth. I see a warning, all right? A warning that, anger kills. A warning that discipline matters. A warning that justice systems need to stop protecting predators. A warning that social media is raising people who don't know how to handle conflict. And a warning that, if we don't start teaching these kids better, we're going to keep burying time after time after time after time. You see, a lot of people is gonna, misunderstand what I said, right? Twist my words up and turn it into something else. One second, I'm trying to set this up real quick. Volume. Okay, here we go. So I'm doing this. Hiding in the back? Yeah, still hiding in the back. Wake up. It is time to teach our kids these things, that we forgot to do in life. Yep. All right, y'all. So, as we wrap up these three, heavy, heartbreaking, and eye-opening topics, I need everybody listening to understand one thing. Awareness is not an option, all right? It's survival. These stories aren't random, all right? They're patterns. They're warnings. They're reflections of a world, all right, where silence protects predators, anger destroys futures, and social media turns real pain into entertainment. And if we don't talk about it, if we don't shine light, right, then, we're part of the problem too. From that young lady exposing her father and being betrayed by her own mother, that wasn't just her story. That was every child who ever spoke up and got shut down. All right. Every daughter who was told to keep it, to keep the peace while her innocence was stolen. The parent who protected her. That's why awareness matters. All right. Because silence, all right, is how these monsters survive. But a lot of people, they don't understand it. They don't see that. But see, we have to see what's going on beyond a doubt. Beyond the doubt, right? Like, could y'all imagine a world without children?
Ryders for life. Yeah, we locking this one in. Listen close. As parents, we're supposed to be rearing our children. Nurture love and support, not miskeep, manipulate or abuse them. You're supposed to be the shield when the cold wind blows, but instead you bring in trauma that nobody else knows. They look up at your face for a safe place to hide, but you tearing down the spirit that they carry inside. Damn, day after day, lost in a maze, watching the crime unfold. Parents and children turning into enemies, the stories untold. Bloodlines getting severed, yeah. The bond is completely broken. Living in a war zone where the truth is never spoken. Walking through the house like you walking on glass, praying that the nightmares would just hurry up and pass. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocent to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Yeah, parents committing the worst sin by doing incest with their children, but we building caskets to put those in, destroying what we building. The absolute betrayal of a pure innocent soul, taking away the pieces that will make a child whole. Instead of building futures, we out here digging graves, spilling all this blood for the secrets that you say. Lord, please take the wheel in this world where heaven and hell don't exist. Only the now exists, but it sure feels like we're walking through flames in the mist. No cosmic retribution, just the pain that we can touch. Living in a reality that weighs a bit too much. The fire is real and it's burning right now. We gotta face the demons and survive them somehow. How do you sleep at night with all that blood on your hands? Tearing down the innocence to satisfy a demon's demands. The silence is screaming, the truth is breaking through the floor. We ain't hiding the scars, we ain't keeping quiet anymore. Look at what you broke, look at what you left in the cold. The realest pain you ever felt is finally being told. Finally being told. As I see heaven's playground get full with innocent children who have been abused by those meant to protect, tearing down the pavilion. The ones who swore to guard them are the ones who pulled them down, leaving every angel with a shattered, broken crown. The playground is crowded and the tears falling fast. We gotta speak the real so this generation can last. This ain't just a track, this a wake-up call to the blind, to the sickness that's mutating inside of the family line. You locked them in a room, thought the walls would keep it quiet. Now that trauma's in their blood and it's turning to a riot. You stripped away away their dignity. You pass down a death sentence through the whole genealogy. No more hiding behind the title of a mother or a father. You ain't nothing but a monster leading lambs to the slaughter. We talking about the baby's room before they could even grow. The disgusting, explicit truths that the world's too scared to know. If the system won't expose you, then we tearing down the door. We unleashing every nightmare that you left upon the floor. You thought you got away, all the secrets would just stay dead. Now the blood is on the walls and the fire's burning red. Burn it down, expose it all. The whole foundation break. This the final reckoning for every single soul you take. Can't hide from it now. Every secret comes to light. Ryders for life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby. Yeah. Listen closely. They really thought the fire would consume us. They thought the smoke would take our breath away and leave us in the dark. Didn't know we're the ones who started the fire in the first place. Yeah. When life's got you down, feeling blue, you need fire. Let pain sharpen you, let doubt feed you. Make you strong next time they count you out. Prove them wrong. Rise up like a phoenix from the ashes. Embrace the struggles and the clashes. They may doubt your worth and your skill, but show them all that you have the will. Let their skepticism fuel your flame, and never let them never forget your name. In every setback, find a hidden power. Stand tall in your darkest hour. So when they try to knock you down again, remember where your strength began. You're a force to be reckoned with by far. Make sure they never forget who you are. The pressure is rising, I'm breaking the seal, turning this trauma to something that's real. They wanted a ghost, but I'm still in the room, watching the garden emerge from the gloom. Yeah, the ink is dry, but the soul is alive. It's more than a hustle, it's how we survive. Standing our ground, yeah, we right through the pain, claiming the crown, let them honor the name. From the ash to the flame, we don't ever fold. The story is ours and it's gotta be told. Guarding the soul, make them feel every line. Taking the lead, it's our moment to shine. They looked at the scars, but they...
Alright, I'm back, guys. But listen, man. Today's live, man, it was to bring awareness to a lot of things. Alright, from that young lady who exposed her father and her mother, to, the Lil G situation, a perfect example of how social media fame, alright, can't save you from real life. A house full of people, cameras out, nobody stepping in, nobody diffusing the situation, just vibes, chaos, and tragedy waiting to happen. And look what happened. One life gone, one life ruined, and a whole community confused. Awareness means understanding that clout doesn't equal character. Followers don't equal wisdom, and fame doesn't equal peace. And stop it. A teen stabbed, they grieving, and I feel as though that 22-year-old shouldn't be behind bars. He should be in a casket. All right, a future erased, and people still trying to blame mental health like discipline doesn't exist, like accountability doesn't matter, like violence, it's just a personality that how can I say that they make it seem like violence is a personality trait trait instead of a choice. Awareness means calling out the excuses. Awareness means saying, no, this wasn't a moment, right? This was a decision. But some people don't understand that. When you look at all three topics together, you see the same theme: lack of protection, lack of discipline, lack of accountability. Kids aren't being protected at home. Adults aren't controlling their emotions, and society isn't holding the right people responsible. We're living in a world where victims get judged, predators get defended, and tragedies get recorded instead of prevented. Which of these three issues do you think is the most dangerous right now? And I feel as though all three are: the violence within the homes, the feud within social media. Awareness means, we stop protecting these situations. These situations are not rare. They're happening every day in homes and in friend groups and relationships and social media circles. And if we don't talk about it, if we don't teach our kids better, if we don't hold adults, all right, accountable, then they're going to, how can I say, then we're going to keep burying children and watching families fall apart. There's no other way that I could say this. Awareness also means healing. It means acknowledging the pain, the betrayal, the trauma, and the anger, and choosing to break the cycle instead of repeating it. That young lady will have a testimony. Lil G's situation will be a lesson. That deadly feud between the TikTokers will be a warning, but only if we pay attention, only if we learn, only if we stop normalizing chaos. So my final message is this: protect your children, control your emotions, right? Choose your circle wisely and stop letting social media raise you. Awareness is the first step to, change, and change is the first step to saving lives. If nobody else is going to talk about it, y'all know I will. Raw, uncut, emotional, and loud. Because silence never saved me or anybody else. And it won't save the next generation either. All right, for us, we broke down these topics.
Listen
I
closely.
don't know how y'all feel about these. 1 second. What the fuck? Hold up. You're not supposed to be playing yet. Like, what the hell? Oh yeah, it's time to log off. Computer getting possessed. It's time to log off. What the fuck? Wait a minute. But listen, man, we broke all these topics down. Like, listen, it's time to do something with it. Awareness without action is just noise. And we're not here to make noise, all right? We're here to make impact. We're here to protect our kids, protect our peace, and protect our damn community. So I need everybody listening to stop being, a spectator and start being a protector, right? Like, if you see a child being silent, speak up. If you see a mother choosing a man over a child, call it out. If you see a predator being, who's going to be mad at you? Stop worrying about family image. Stop worrying about, backlash. Worry about the child who's crying themselves to sleep. Worry about the victim who's scared, who's scared to speak. Worry about the truth. If, if you see your friends, spiraling, fighting, arguing, losing control, step in. Don't be the one, damn, that's crazy. Be the one who says, yo, chill. This ain't worth it. Because one moment of anger can make, a life can, how can I say, one moment of anger can take one life. One moment of ego can ruin a future. One moment of silence can cost somebody everything. But nobody want to hear that. Right? If you see somebody using mental health as a shield for violence, hold them accountable. Mental health is real, but discipline is too. Accountability is too. Choices are too. All right? We're not letting people hide behind excuses while families bury their kids. We're not letting people weaponize, trauma to justify hurting others. Like, what's the difference between a reason and an excuse? Ooh, is a lot. Like, if you're a parent, listen to your kids. Don't dismiss them. Don't silence them. Don't gaslight them. Don't choose a man over them. Don't choose your pride. Don't choose a man or a woman over them. Don't choose your pride over their safety. Your child is your responsibility, not your accessory. Protect them like your life depends on it, because sometimes it does. All right. And if you're a part of this generation, learn emotional discipline. Learn how to walk away. Learn how to breathe. Learn how to say, yo, this ain't worth it. Learn how to, control your anger before your anger controls you. Because the world is already dangerous. We ain't got to add to that. All right. If you're a part of this community, any community, you're part of the Ryders4Life, channel, then you already know what we, stand for. We stand for the truth. We stand for awareness. We stand, for healing. We stand for protecting, the vulnerable. We stand for breaking generational curses. All right. We stand for speaking up even when our voices shake. So I'm calling on y'all to carry the message outside of this life. Share it. Right? Talk about it. Teach it. Live it. All right. My call to action is simple. Be the change. Be the voice. Be the protector. Be the person who refuses to let silence win. These topics weren't just stories, all right? They were warnings, and warnings mean responsibility. So let's move with purpose. Let's move with awareness. Let's move with love. And let's move like, we actually give a damn about the next generation. So, listen, man, if you're part of the Ryders4Life, let's talk about it. If you're part of, your own group, your own person, let's talk about it. See, I'm part of the Ryders4Life. Ryders4Life means, we unite. We stand up. We speak up. All right. We ain't letting the ancestors. All right. How can I say Romans? How can I say turn over in circles? All right. And they great. We're not doing that. Over here, we speak up. We have courage. There's not enough rope in this world to tie us down. And there's not enough tape in this world to censor us. So we talk about it, but let's also do something about it. All right. Because I don't just talk about it. I actually do something. All right, from the schools, I hate to the, how can I say, the petitions, to the bullying, to everything. All right, I am a part of something. I try to make a difference. And I'm not saying you have to be a part of something, shit. You don't need to end a sentence with a period. My bad. Let me rephrase that. You don't need to end every sentence with a period. All right, we are our own individuals. All right, we all, how can I say, think for ourselves. I would like to think so, right? That we all got our own individual minds that think for itself, right? So at the end of the day, we all have a choice, right? So we could either stay and watch and let shit happen, or we could find a way and make a change and make a difference. So with that being said, guys, until next time, this your shorty Rachel. I hope all of y'all have a blessed and humble day. Continue to have a blessed and humble, afternoon. I did drop the link. Ain't nobody, come up. None of the topics, not even the social media feuds, all right, and stuff like that went out of pocket. So, I'll see y'all on the next live. Like I said, man, these are all open panels. Y'all know that when the link is dropped, y'all more than welcome to come up. But since y'all ain't come up, man, I'm going to see y'all next time.
Yeah. Listen closely. They laugh because they didn't see the work. They talk because they didn't know the worth. But watch. Check the ink. In the depths of despair, they marked your every move. But little did they know you were being renewed. Through the flames of adversity, you found strength within, quietly rising from the ashes, ready to begin. Their words may have stung, their laughter may have burned, yet in the midst of chaos, a lesson was learned. But in the face of trials, a warrior was made stronger than before, unafraid and unswayed. Unafraid and unswayed. So let them point and whisper, let them underestimate. For in the silence of your struggle, you found your faith. Rising like a phoenix from the ashes of doubt, proving to the world what true resilience is about. Holding the fire, yeah, we found the light, guarding the soul out of the darkest night. Out of the darkest night. They may have laughed when you were weak and pointed when you fell, yeah, they pointed. But through it all, you rose again, stronger than they could tell. Better than the story they tried to write, harder than the battle, deeper than the fight. It's the silent grind, it's the midnight pen, losing it all just to find it again. The fire didn't break me, it made me whole. They tried to take the crown, but they couldn't take the soul. Every tear was a drop of ink, every scar was a line. I stopped looking for a hero when I realized the hero was mine. They thought the story ended when the lights went dim, but that was just a prologue. The real work was within. Now the ink is like iron, the message is like gold, a story of a victory that never will grow old. Can you hear the pen moving? Yeah. Can you feel the truth soothing? Yeah. We don't need the validation, we are the inspiration. From the ground to the throne, we did it on our own. Let them talk in the shadows, let them try. The day, we are breaking the locks at the heavy iron gate. Lifting the dream through the wind and the rain, showing the world we can master the pain. Owning our power, yeah, we found the light, setting the stage out of the darkest night. They wanted a tragedy, but we wrote a masterpiece instead. Walking right over the broken glass where they were afraid to tread. No, looking back at the shadows in the rear view mirror. Every single step we take, the destination gets clearer. Let them keep their opinions, we got the receipts in our chest. While they were busy talking down, we outlasted the rest. We didn't just survive the storm, we became the weather. Binding these broken pages of life back together. So let them judge from a distance, let them try to deny. We are spreading our wings, we are ready to fly. Stepping out of the shadow and into our prime, leaving the mark on the pages of time. Claiming the future, yeah, we found the light, guiding the way out of the darkest night. The world sees the rise, but they never saw the ashes we had to walk through to get here. Keep whispering, we're still writing. Writers for life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby. Yeah. Let that bass line settle deep in your spirit. We all carry the weight of yesterday, caught up in the haze. But the morning always brings a new groove. Just hold on, yeah. Keep that smile. Listen close. In the haze of memory, scars from yesterday. Today's heartbreak, it may tear you apart, but tomorrow holds a promise of joy. Pain is fleeting, so hold on and smile through the psychotic swirl of Let go of what weighs you down. Embrace the unknown with open arms, for in tomorrow's light, hope is found. The echoes of past pain, they may linger near, but don't let them drown out your song. With each new dawn, we start anew, holding the vision, yeah, we're coming through. Keep the faith and carry on. In the darkness, the light is never gone. Pushing through the rain, yeah, we smile through the pain, waiting for the sun and the healing rain. Yeah. As the universe spins, it's a cosmic dance. Remember that nothing lasts forever, give it a chance. Even in the shadows, there's a spark of light. So don't give up now, just hold on tight. Keep that smile on your face, let the world see the strength of the soul and the will to be. I know the scars run deep and the haze is thick. The clock on the wall, it just continues to tick. But you're the author of the story, you're the ink in the pen. Flipping the page, we rise up again. With every single sunrise, we catch a new breeze. Standing in our power, shaking off the disease. Hold on to the promise and weather the storm. Out of the freezing cold, we are keeping it warm. Defying the strain, yeah, we wash away the stain. Looking for the blessing and breaking the chain. Now the shadows are fading, the vision is clear. We're conquering the doubt, we're crushing the fear. Every scar on the skin is a map to the goal. A story of survival that's gotta be told. From the depth of the night to the break of the day, taking the lead, we're paving the way. Don't let the echoes drown your voice. You got the power, you got the choice. From the swirl of time to the light of day, walking in purpose, we found the way. The morning is breaking, the shadows retreat. We planted our roots and we stand on our feet. Guarding the fire and letting it burn. Taking the lessons from all that we learned. Reclaiming the lane. Yeah, we elevate the brain. Basking in the glory. Conquer the terrain. Just smile through the cosmic dance. Hope is found. Ryders4Life, and that's on everything. North Philly, baby.